Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, we have Jon Rothstein in studio. Brackets are here. We're very excited. We're going to talk about March Madness, fill out our brackets, break it all down. We also have Who's Back of the Week. A certain someone decided to steal the spotlight right after the brackets were introduced, Tom Brady, so we'll talk about that. We have Billy's Final Four for quarterbacks in the 2022 draft. Kenny Pickett texted me and was like, I heard I'm in some type of bracket for Billy football, and I was like, yep, no pressure, but he's listening. No pressure. Don't change it, but he's listening. And we're brought to you by our friends at Visible. So here's the deal, guys. And girls, it is a very important time to have a great plan, wireless plan. Well, Visible.com does that for you. Visible has a single line plan for as low as $25 a month with unlimited data, talk, text, and hotspot. 5G is included, plus it's powered by Verizon. This is the time when you need your phone at its peak. Visible has that for you. It's everything you'd get on a family plan, but you don't need a family. Stream a can't-miss game. Stream us, your favorite podcasters, with some of the best wireless around. There's nothing worse than a bad connection when you're trying to stream the fourth quarter of a game or the second half of a March Madness game. Visible is the way to do it. What would you do with unlimited data? Thought starter, go. Jake, what would you do with unlimited data?
Stare at brackets.
Stare at brackets. PFT, what would you do with unlimited data?
I would get on the playoff machine on ESPN in early October.
That's great. I would just watch every single game on my phone, and it would be incredible, and you can do it with Visible. For data management practices, learn more at Visible.com. Additional terms apply. I can't stress it enough. You need a top-tier data plan when it comes to March, when it comes to all the time. Visible.com. Go check it out right now. Again, it has everything. Hotspot, 5G is included, unlimited data, talk, text, everything. They're also taking over this entire episode of Pardon My Take, so thank you very much to Visible.com. Go check it out right now. Okay, let's go.
Now in the street there is violence, and lots of work to be done. No place to hang out or washing, and I can't blame all on the sun. Oh no, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh, we're gonna rock down to Electric
It's Pardon My Take, presented by Barstool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by Visible. Go to Visible.com right now. Visible has a single line plan for as low as $25 a month with unlimited data, talk, text, and hotspot. 5G is included, plus it's powered by Verizon. Today is Monday, March 14th, and Tom Brady has cucked our brackets.
Tom Brady, of all the dramatic things that I've ever seen, Tom Brady fucked over the kids. He fucked the kids today.
We're going to
just
do
make
brackets.
out with
Let's
him.
just do Tom
He didn't
Brady
just
real
kiss
quick.
him on the lips.
He's
he
back.
Fucked him over.
He's back right before free agency starts. If you think that Tom Brady ruined Bracket Sunday, which he kind of did at the end there because the brackets came out and then he dropped the bomb that he's coming back for a 23rd season. His retirement lasted 40 days. If you think it's bad for us because all we want to do is talk about brackets, let me just give a little perspective for everyone in the world right now. You ready for this perspective? There's a gentleman who not just 12 hours ago paid $518,000 at an auction for Tom Brady's final touchdown in the NFL pass.
Wow.
$518,000
where'd you
for
see
Tom
that?
Brady's final touchdown pass on ESPN.
So I was just thinking a couple hours ago, that guy that sold the ball back to the Bucks, you remember the one where they stole it back from him in the stands?
That was his 600th or
yeah,
whatever it was.
the one that surpassed the record.
Yeah, that's right.
That guy probably feels pretty good about where he's at right now.
Compared to this guy,
because geez, the Bucks fucked him over. Everyone's getting fucked over by Tom Brady today. It's unbelievable. I personally can't believe that Tom Brady would ruin Coach K's retirement tour. The last bracket reveal.
Losing tour.
The
which is
last
awesome.
bracket reveal of Coach K's career by announcing his own retirement tour.
Unbelievable. Well, he might play a 24th season. We don't know. He's not an egomaniac like Coach K. He's, he hasn't fully said this is his last year.
I mean, he's replaced Brett Favre now.
Yeah.
I think that this is the most dramatic, retirement, unretirement. Am I going to do it? No, I'm not going to do it. Yes, I'm going to do it. Yes, I'm going to come back.
Hashtag Shefty was wrong. Which I get why he would do it right now because it's right before free agency starts. The tampering or the legal tampering period starts on Monday.
It starts tomorrow.
Yeah, so he's got to do this because there's a lot. I think there's 20 plus free agents in the Bucs organization that probably want to come back. You want to get them to come back. You want other free agents to come to Tampa Bay. So it all makes sense. Just why did you have to do it right as we got our brackets?
Well, let me ask you this, Big Cat. Do you think that the fact that Tom realized that he would have to share his induction ceremony into the Hall of Fame with Big Ben and all the Steelers fans that were going to bus in from out of town. Canton is basically a suburb of Pittsburgh. Tom Brady saw the writing on the wall. He's like, 5 years from now, I don't want to get my ceremony cucked by Big Ben, so I'll just cuck the kids instead.
He got it back. Now I can just hope that maybe he retires with Aaron Rodgers and we get that.
That'd be very funny,
That would
too.
be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, the guy who bought it at auction, Tom Brady's last touchdown, and now – what is it? It's a touchdown pass he threw in the playoffs in a loss to the Rams. Mm-hmm. That's such a nothing burger.
So you have to wonder, what did happen with Tom Brady in his retirement? Like you said, 40 days. That's Lent, right?
Moses.
Moses?
Is it Moses?
No,
that was
I think
400?
Jesus stopped eating food for 40 days.
Yeah.
Except for fish on Fridays.
Correct.
I'm pretty sure is how it went. So,
And Glenny Balls. Glenny Balls also does that.
Tom Brady is gone for 40 days, and then he just realizes this retirement life isn't for me. He ran out of golf to play. He ran out of courses to visit.
Well, there's conspiracy theories out there that the Bucs refused to trade him, so now he's coming back to force their hand to eventually trade him. I don't buy that.
To the Commanders for Carson Wentz.
He did say Tampa. He's playing in Tampa. Our colleague Stephen Che is insufferable would be the word I would use.
Insufferabler than usual.
Yeah, it's brutal to watch his face, and especially because he doesn't care. He's like the truest sense of a football guy that I don't even know if he knew that it was bracket Sunday.
No, definitely not.
But either way, let's not let Tom Brady steal the brackets from us.
I do have one of my own conspiracy theories about what's going to happen with Tom Brady coming back.
Okay.
I think so. Pioli went on NFL Network today, and he was being very weird about whether or not Tom Brady is going to play for the team. You would think that would be the easiest interview of all time for him. We're super excited to have Tom Brady come back to the Bucs.
Wait, Scott Pioli works on the Bucs now?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think it was Pioli.
That's his old time guy.
Yeah. Anyway, so he was being very cryptic about whether or not Tom Brady was going to come back and play for the Bucs. You would think he would say yes, Tom Brady, very excited. My theory is that Tom Brady wants to play for the Raiders. For McDaniels, who's now the head coach of the Raiders, his old offensive coordinator.
But wouldn't he have...
And how awesome would that division be in quarterbacks at that point?
Yeah, that would be the dumbest move Tom Brady could ever do.
It'd be
I don't
stupid.
think Pioli works for the Bucs.
No,
but
he
I would
doesn't.
love it.
He definitely doesn't.
He doesn't?
No, I think he works in TV.
Well, what was Florio talking about then earlier?
I don't know. Florio was
talking about Pioli.
Who the fuck knows what
Florio was talking about? Well, okay, so Florio was talking about Pioli being very weird and cryptic on NFL Network today.
Okay.
About whether or not Tom Brady's going to play for the, he knew something.
Got it.
In other words.
Got it. Because I was say I that would be the dumbest move of all time to go to the Raiders when he's now. I think he probably looked at it and was like, wait, everyone's in the AFC now. I just have to beat Aaron Rodgers, who chokes every time he's in the playoffs, and maybe Matthew Stafford, who they won the Super Bowl. The Bucs, they're playing the Falcons, the Panthers, and the Saints, who don't know what they're doing. I don't know. He probably was like, hey, I could just come back and I'll be in the playoffs, guaranteed.
Yeah, I mean I don't think that the way that it played out, it didn't really surprise anybody that Tom's going to come back.
He just didn't have to do it tonight.
The way that the retirement was set up and then taken back and then set up again, it seemed fishy at the time. He did thank Hank though. How does this impact his thank you message to you, Hank?
It's exciting. It just gives him another chance.
Yeah, it does. It's
Double
total
dip.
redo.
Yeah.
Total redo that he gets to do it for you.
Yeah.
I think the guy's just addicted to football, and even 40 days of he probably went, this is exactly how it went. He went on a vacation for 3 weeks. He got back from vacation. He took his kids to school for maybe a week or two in a row, and he was like, wait, this is it now?
And I think people want, like, they retire so they don't have to work out, but I'm sure he's, like, still working out, and he's, like, still active, and he's like, wait.
Alex Guerrero's
why am I still doing this if I'm not going to play when I can just play?
Yeah, Alex Guerrero's still showing up at his house at 5:45 in the morning and giving him deep tissue massages. Like, he's like, fuck it, I'm going to play. And again, it's like, he just rolls out and he's in the playoffs.
Do you think that Tom Brady spent the last 40 days, like, actually trying other foods besides...
No
like
chance.
The rare bison, like eating buffalo heart.
I think he's always on call. So he was like, even in retirement, he's like, I might come back at any time. Like, he'll eat like that forever.
It's gonna be very funny to see Antonio Brown try to walk back everything that he said about him.
He should come back
and be like, let's get everybody back.
The missing piece is just Gronk and getting Ali Marpet back, who I wouldn't be shocked. Tom Brady has that ability. But let's not let him steal everything. We can talk about him later on this week. Let's talk about brackets.
Oh, I thought you were going to get to Kirk Cousins.
Feel this? Hear this?
The bag
you hear
king.
This?
The bag king of all time.
You hear this? That's a bracket. There's nothing like printing out a bracket. We have our brackets. Jake, you're going to be leaned on heavily here. I do want you to just give me real quick. I'm looking at the bracket. In the Midwest region, there's a team that I don't think they should be there. They're
My
the number
November
3
self
seed.
said they shouldn't have
They
been.
shouldn't be in this bracket. What is going on?
The finale of this storyline. Wisconsin has officially made the NCAA tournament.
Okay, so hashtag Jake was wrong.
Yes.
We're gonna get to with Rothstein about the brackets. There's just something about Selection Sunday. I know last year we had it, but it was also still weird because there was, the COVID tournament, the bubble tournament, whatever you want to call it. Just seeing like the different regions, seeing the names get announced, it's just beautiful. It really feels like we're finally, like, it's been exactly 2 years. We're finally back.
I miss when they did it alphabetically. And they just went all over the map. It made no sense whatsoever.
No sense.
Everybody was so pissed off. This was a great bracket reveal. I thought that CBS did a phenomenal job.
Got right to
showing me the regions. In fact, I think the only intro that they gave, I think it was Clark Kellogg saying, nobody wants to hear me talk, here are the teams.
Yes.
That's beautiful. That's perfect. That's all you need to do. Looking through it, what are your knee-jerk reactions? I'll give you 2 knee-jerk reactions.
Yeah.
One, they fuck Coach K. He specifically requested that he play his games in Chicago, in the Midwest. They did not listen to him. They fucked him over. They sent him out west. I think that the West is the toughest region right now.
I think it's the East.
No, I think the West is. I think that there's landmines.
Agree to disagree.
There's landmines in the West. And then I think that Wisconsin, as it stands right now, actually looks like they're going to go through the Midwest.
Okay, I know what you're doing, and whatever.
I know. I told you this
fine.
before we
It's
recorded.
fine. Yeah,
and
it's
I've got
fine.
a future on Wisconsin too.
It's fine. It's fine. It's
Would
fine.
you not?
Thank you, Hank.
Yeah, Big Cat. Would you disagree that if you were to pick any of the regions, the Midwest is probably right now the one that you would want in Wisconsin?
Well, it's the most chaotic, and obviously they have a home game in Milwaukee. It's going to be the last game on Friday, so everyone's going to be fucked up, and it's going to be great, electric. But yeah, no, listen. I've been very honest about what I thought about this Wisconsin team. It's been an awesome season. I've enjoyed every second of the ride, except maybe the Nebraska and Michigan State game. If they can get to the Sweet 16, I'll be very, very happy. I don't expect anything past that. It's all gravy past that. So if they lose in the first 2 games and people are like, they're frauds, I'm telling you right now, I don't expect a ton. I could be, I'm not going to let my hopes get up. They got a great draw, but I'm not going to let my hopes get up.
You tweeted separate thoughts from what you just
then
said.
My hopes got up? Yeah, well, my hopes are up.
No, but
I'm
I
going to
think
stay guarded because PFT's going to troll me. You're going to laugh at me.
I swear
The
to God,
internet's
I'm
gonna
not
fucking
trolling you.
Jake's going to be like, they're going to be down by fucking 15 to Colgate with the under 4-minute mark in the second half. He's going to be like, they still got a chance. And
I say that when
want
it's
to
down
fucking
2
kill
with
myself.
4 minutes left.
Jake's
my
going to say they
optimism
got a
is
chance.
realistic.
You should change
They got
it
a
to the trigger.
chance.
You're pre-triggered about Wisconsin right now because I'm being honestly supportive, and I do think you said it yourself. Like they have the best draw that you could have hoped for. Doesn't mean it's going to shake out. That's all I'm saying. I think that here's what I'll say: if it's not Wisconsin that comes out of that region, I'm going to call whatever team comes out of that region possibly fraudulent because it is the chaos region.
It is the chaos region. I just want to enjoy my tournament experience, and I feel like there's just so many people just want to see me be miserable, and I will be miserable eventually. Let me have 2 games. Let me get to the second weekend, and then you can watch me die in a puddle. Is that so much to
So you're
ask?
looking past Colgate.
No, I'm saying I'm actually doing the opposite. I think every game is tough, and I would love to get to the second weekend. Just I know there's a lot of people waiting to shit down my throat. Can you let me get a little air before you shit down my throat?
I think that Tennessee got fucked too.
They did.
Tennessee got dry fucked. They're a 3 seed. They should have been a 2 seed. Should have been one of the top 2 seeds.
Duke,
in my opinion, Duke fucked Tennessee. Tennessee should have that 2 seed. They should be on the other side of the bracket.
I would argue that, I do think the East is the toughest region, and I would say I would probably rather be a 3 seed in Tennessee's spot than the 2 seed where Kentucky is. As weird as it sounds. If you wanted to switch, you have the team that just won the title last year. You have a team that went to the Final Four last year in UCLA. A Purdue team that everyone had is a 1 or a 2 seed till the end of the season. Murray State is no fucking slouch. So I think Kentucky got a pretty tough
Virginia Tech just won the ACC tournament.
That would be the solace for Tennessee fans. If you had to switch, you would probably have switched with Kentucky. I would rather be a 3 where I'm at in the South than a 2 in the East where Kentucky is. Also, Coach K, I love they put him out West. It's like he's just going coast to coast in his losing tour. I want him to get to the Sweet 16 so we can let fans out West get an experience. He did it. He did it in Durham or for his last game against UNC. He came up to Brooklyn, gave everyone in New York a nice little taste of the losing tour. Now he's going to go all the way out to the West Coast, San Francisco. Your last chance to see Coach K lose. It's going to be great.
I feel bad for Jake, too, because Jake, his Catamounts, they have the must bus in the first round. Your old friend.
Yeah, verbal meme, my brain, and our handshake. It's just screwed up.
Wait, what?
Your brain and your handshake.
My brain.
Oh, your handshake with Muss.
Yeah.
Got it.
Your hug. It wasn't a handshake.
Whatever
your
it
hug.
was.
Your hug with Muss.
But
What's the brain?
where's the verbal mean?
Just that's what my brain looks like.
Yeah, I can tell.
Okay, got it. That makes sense.
Got it. Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. I think I just like the coaches.
I don't know.
In the West, you got Gonzaga, number 1 seed. Then you've got Hurley. You've got the Must Bus. You've got Nate
Penny?
Oates that brings a lot of stuff with him. You've got
Penny.
You've got Penny up there. Yeah, that is the bracket of coaches.
Yeah. Okay. What
Izzo,
else?
Everyone knows he's automatic in March.
Yes, that's true. We have the Foster Lawyer revenge game. That's one of the storylines. Davidson's
Kay and Izzo potentially second round.
Kay and Izzo would be great for Izzo to take him out one last time. The Mr. Michigan basketball player of 2018, Foster Lawyer, who played for Michigan State, transferred this past spring and now stars for Davidson. So we got that little storyline.
I got a question for you, Big Cat. Have we forgotten about Villanova?
No, I actually have them in my Final Four.
Yeah, I
so
do
I
too.
definitely have not forgotten about Villanova.
I think we, as in the royal we, America has forgotten about the Cats.
I have not. I have definitely not. I think they're definitely prime. They have everything set except for maybe depth, which you could say is overrated as long as you stay out of foul trouble.
I think the first time that Glaspia plays in this tournament, you're going to get a lot of people that haven't seen him playing. What, Jake?
You added an extra A on his
Glaspia.
name.
Oh, that's yeah, I was thinking of the fullback. But the first time he plays in the tournament, you're going to get a lot of people being like, "Oh, this guy's back again."
Yeah, because he tore his ACL last year and he's been around for forever.
I like how Jake smugly laughed at the minor mispronunciation.
Yeah, they win the Big East. We also have, if you have not been online in the last 3 days, this podcast has a new love affair with a certain point guard from UAB. His name is Jordan Walker, but he goes by the nickname Jelly. It just started with a random live bet on Friday where we had the whole room live bet UAB in the first 5 minutes of the game. They went to 3 overtimes. He scored 40. We then bet him again on Saturday night. He's electric.
Wow, willing them to overtime
Willing
twice.
them.
Yeah,
Yes,
on his shoulders because he had all his big men foul out. So it was the Jelly show. I think at the start of the first overtime, Jerry was like, "Oh, this kid's just going to shoot over and over again." We're like, "Yep,
That's what we want.
and it's going to be awesome." And he just came out there gunning.
He's the perfect March Madness guy. There is certain guys, I always think of, when you think of the perfect March Madness story, it's like Wally Zerbiak when he went to the Sweet 16. The guy who takes his team to a certain level just by being awesome and being unafraid, and that is Jelly Walker. So shout out Jelly Walker, UAB. We are UAB fans now, and Andy Kennedy, their coach. So let's hope they beat Houston.
They got a tough first-round matchup. If I were to look at which 5 seed would I want Jelly going up against, it probably would not have been the Cougs. But I still think Jelly's going to do it. We're Team Jelly fam.
Yeah, of course.
We can't go against Jelly. He was too much fun to watch. Matthew Jellyvadova is what people are calling him. That's like taking over.
Jersey Jelly. He is from Jersey.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, we have a new love affair. What other, Jake, give us your other big picture things. Duke got lucky.
I think Duke...
That was an awesome game, by the way, in Brooklyn.
The thing with Duke, yes.
Virginia Tech.
Couture just started 6 for 6 from 3.
Coach K, assaulted John Shire.
He did. He slapped him.
He did, Hank. You weren't watching if you missed that.
I saw it.
He assaulted.
Yeah, it was not assault.
Yeah, it was.
Duke has to beat Gonzaga twice to go to the Final Four this season.
It's tough to do.
Oh, this season.
Got him again.
Yes, revenge game.
That is a revenge game for Gonzaga.
You think they're going to get to the Elite Eight?
Assuming
you
it's
do.
Chalk.
I think I'm going to take Texas Tech.
I think Gonzaga beats Duke in the Elite Eight.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think they're going to lose
Texas
maybe
Tech.
to CS Fullerton.
That was a great game last night, the championship game.
Yeah, how do you not get a shot off?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Princeton had the same thing happen.
Yeah.
Not getting a shot off at the end is one of the worst feelings.
Jake,
I got Duke. If you want to hear my Duke thoughts, it's going to be a Coach K revenge tour of its own. Duke versus UConn, Elite Eight.
Oh.
Duke goes to the Final Four.
Oh, okay.
Play the hits.
Hank.
NCAA knows what they're doing.
So Duke takes down Michigan State and then takes down UConn?
Takes down Michigan State, takes down UConn, takes down Kentucky.
And then has to go Kentucky Final Four and then beats who for the championship?
Wisconsin.
Oh, fuck.
I think the South
NCAA rigged.
The South region has a lot of hot teams. You have the 1, 2, 3, and 5 all won their conference tournament. They all have momentum. What does that mean?
But also maybe not rested.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, they
rest
got
first rust.
Yeah, their legs are weak.
Yeah.
What does it mean? I don't know. What do you think it means?
I mean, those were all teams that obviously had momentum, but now it's going to kind of cancel out because they're all bunched together.
So, Jake, let me ask you, in the first 4, if you had to pick one of those teams to win 2 games, who would it be?
I think Indiana's got a chip on their shoulder to restore blue blood dominance.
That's just the storyline.
I like
that
it.
you're rooting for. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the pants too. Love the warm-up
Yes,
pants.
of course.
I'm personally going to be boycotting. I haven't figured out which one of these games to boycott, but in solidarity with Tennessee, with Volunteer Nation, I'm going to boycott one of the first 4 games of this year's tournament.
You can't do. Yeah, it's easy. It's Texas Southern.
Okay, I'm out. Yeah, the Texas Southern.
Bryant is Peter Kiss.
Yeah, leading scorer in the country.
They might beat
the
Arizona.
cockiest fuck ever.
Yeah.
Of all time.
They
And
might beat
Jared
Arizona.
Grasso.
One other thing I just want to quickly say, Tony Reale said this, but I agree. He said the 16 seeds having to play the playing game is unbecoming to the tournament. They won their conference, let them in, leave the plans for that at large. That is kind of bullshit. If you win your conference tournament,
Yeah, no, I agree.
You get an at-large bid
because you don't
but
really
you have to play on Tuesday.
Yeah, those playing
Doesn't count.
games don't really feel. I like that they expanded the field just because it's more teams, more fun, whatever. Remember, UCLA went to the Final Four from it last year, so you can't say that those teams aren't going to do anything.
But it should be the bigger conference
Yes,
teams
agreed.
that
The
don't
last
need.
8 in.
I hate how they do. I'll expand on that point. I also hate how they have good lower conference teams matched up in the first round. I think that's bullshit. I think Murray State playing San Francisco is stupid.
They should split those up.
They should split those up. You like to see the Power 5 or Power 6 in college basketball go against the smaller schools. That's what makes March Madness fun. So I hate when they do that.
All right, so let's go around the room. Let's see what the Final Fours are.
Okay, I'll start. Gonzaga, Kentucky, Villanova, and Kansas is my Final Four with 2 1s and 2 2s.
Jake.
I actually have 3 of the same 4 as Big Cat.
Fuck. All right, wait. My bracket is busted.
Probably.
No, I'm just kidding. Everyone's bracket sucks.
Yeah. Gonzaga, Kentucky, Villanova, Iowa.
Ooh, right.
Iowa's
The hot
the
hand.
hottest team in the country right now.
Okay. Hank.
Duke, Kentucky, Wisconsin, Tennessee. I had Wisconsin, Iowa, Elite 8, Big Ten matchup. I did strategically fill out my Wisconsin bracket in terms of content that I desire.
Right.
So
that's a perfect story.
Factor that in, yeah.
Right. Bubba, did you fill out a bracket?
I have UConn, Nova, Iowa, and Kentucky.
Ooh, okay.
Spicy.
Billy?
I got Purdue, Arizona, Gonzaga, and Iowa.
Okay, and then PFT?
I got Gonzaga, UCLA, Nova, Wisconsin.
So Gonzaga's going to make their first Final Four. We all have them.
Yep.
Not me. Let me ask you guys, the Duke haters in the room, what, like, and it's not going to happen, so I'm going to enjoy it as it strings along, but where could Coach K lose that's the most enjoyable for
Every
a Duke
single
hater?
round.
But, like, pick a round.
Every round. Every single round. If
But,
they
like,
lost in the first round, it'd be incredible.
But, like,
if he lost to Coach K, it'd be incredible. If he lost to Texas Tech, it'd be incredible. If he lost to Gonzaga, it'd be incredible.
I actually
Kentucky, incredible.
I think maybe the best way for him to lose, because if he loses to Izzo,
My answer's firm.
if he loses to Izzo, there's going to be a big hug fest, and it'll be like, okay, two gladiators going at it one last time. That's going to suck. If he loses to Davidson against a bunch of players that wanted to go to Duke that he didn't recruit, that would be awesome.
I'm sticking with my answer every single round.
Fullerton.
Every single round. Fullerton would be
I
incredible.
mean, he's lost big upsets twice before, Mercer and
Yep.
He's
Lehigh.
been coaching for 60 years, Jake.
That's twice in the last decade.
Actually, no, I take it back. I take it all back. The best place for Coach K to lose in this bracket would be against Vermont. And then Jake giving Hank a power handshake afterwards. Great game.
Yes.
Nothing to be ashamed of, Hank. Coach K fought hard. Wish you could have won too.
I also wouldn't hate if like Memphis beat them in the Elite Eight and every Duke fan was like Memphis cheats and they pay their recruits, just ignoring like Zion Williamson and every recruit in Duke history. That would be very delicious.
Should we do
Now we
a
got some clarity.
Oh no, it's every round for me though. The answer is as long as he loses, every single round I will make that day my favorite day.
should we do a part of my take contest?
Nah.
Loser has to drive to New Orleans.
Yeah. Nah. I'm just so excited to have a bracket, even though I ripped it. Now I can't read it.
What about you guys? You guys want to do a contest?
What contest would you like to do?
I don't know. Contests are just fun.
Yes. I agree.
Okay.
maybe
you want to do a bracket? Like, do you want to?
Maybe we announce it on Wednesday's show.
Okay.
Send us your ideas of good punishments, and we'll pick one of those.
And then, but what are we going to do? A bracket, and who has the least
worst.
amount of points?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then people can just take 16 seeds if they want to do the punishment.
Correct. Good point, Jake.
Nobody would do that.
Good point.
PFT is going to have Georgia State and
Right.
Bryant in his Final Four.
Right. Like, I like how they're
I like
playing.
the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
What can I say?
If Bryant wins,
Against Wright State, you have him beating Arizona.
money line. I will be taking that.
I'm just so excited for Thursday. And Tuesday and Wednesday, but Thursday really.
And Vic has to wait the whole
Oh, it's the worst
weekend,
time.
or
The worst
whole
possible.
first
I
2
actually
days.
said it on the drive over.
Late
I was
Friday.
like, if they give us the last game on Friday, I'm going to be so upset because all the energy you use on Thursday and Friday and then to have to wait for your team to play. The perfect time for your team to play in the tournament is Thursday at like 4 o'clock because you get like a few games under your belt, and then if you can win that game, you get to watch a day and a half of basketball with just like not a care in the world.
I would like Thursday, the first evening game, because you get like a little prep
Well,
time.
not the first.
It's not,
because that one's not a real game. The game they start like basically when everyone's still eating dinner. That's always like they'll do like a 1 versus 16.
so the one that's at like
After
7.
that,
The one that's at like 7 o'clock, because you get enough time. It's not going to sneak up on you. It could sneak up on you if it was at the end of the afternoon games on Thursday. I'm just pumped too. Pumped to see Impractical Jokers show up on my TV. Pumped for like going to the gym in the morning and the TVs are still left on TNT or whatever, and they're playing the worst television shows ever created at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Just the whole environment. I love March.
Yeah, March is the best. All right, should we do Who's Back? Who's Back is brought to you by our friends at Visible.com. It is Visible's taking over the entire episode today, so it's the only ad we have. Save today by switching to Visible Wireless, where you get family plan savings, no family needed. Folks, it's that easy. With Visible, you get a single line, unlimited data, talk, text, and hotspot for as low as $25 a month. 5G included. Tell me another wireless carrier doing this right now. You can't do it. Bigger carriers have single-line plans that cost double what you would pay for a single-line plan at Visible. With those other carriers, you'd have to make some serious long-term, life-changing commitments, like marrying your best friend just to get a deal. But with Visible, you save from the start. No family or awkward personal commitments needed. Avoid marrying your friend. Just switch to Visible. For data management practices, learn more at Visible.com. Additional terms apply. Go check it out now. They have sponsored this entire episode of Part of My Take, so we thank them. And you got to go check it out if you want a great wireless plan, Visible.com. All right, we're going to do more bracket talk, obviously, with Jon Rothstein. Let's do Who's Back, and then we have Billy's Final Four on the other side of Jon Rothstein. Shout out Kelly Martin, by the way, for booking that, right? Shout out.
No,
shout out.
yeah, we wanted to make sure the Big Mike got a shout out on that one.
She got us Jon Rothstein. That's a fact. So everyone tweet her and say thank you.
My Who's Back of the Week is Deshaun Watson.
Yes.
Obviously, a lot of stuff going on,
I
but
shouldn't have said it that way. Yes.
and there was no charges filed, or there's no criminal charges that were found.
Careful, Shefty.
And then Schefter ate the trash hard. He said, "This is why Deshaun Watson, from the beginning, welcomed a police investigation. He felt he knew that the truth would come out, and today, a grand jury did not charge him of any of the criminal complaints."
Yeah, and then he followed it up a couple hours later by saying this was a very
after the internet dunked on him for like 3 hours straight.
So he just got shit on by everybody with a Twitter account, and then he said this was a poorly worded tweet. After consulting with people that know more about the legal process, I would like to update it. How little did Schefter know about the legal process to just have like a bare minimum? I've seen The Wire one time all the way through. I know that a grand jury is just like they either charge you with a crime or they don't think they have enough evidence to charge you with a crime.
Yeah.
It's that they should declare people innocent, though.
I did see
if you can prove innocence, there should be a third thing that they add to it. He was found innocent of all charges.
I did see one reply that made me laugh. They're like, I would have loved to see Schefter's tweet after OJ got off.
This is why OJ welcomed the gloves being brought into the courtroom.
He was nowhere near the apartment that night. Shefty. He also has been wrong about Tom Brady. I think that retroactively he loses that scoop, right?
Yeah, he was being real. He was really being very coy the other day too.
Yeah,
very coy,
very coy.
But people are saying Steelers. The Saints have reached out. The Panthers.
I've heard Seahawks.
Be a good culture fit
in replies.
For the Steelers.
Yeah, Steelers would be just perfect. Jameis and Deshaun is Steelers. Steelers fans can easily take care of that.
So there was a time back in like 2015, 2014, I went up to a Steelers preseason game when they signed Mike Vick to be the backup. And there was a lady standing outside the stadium holding a poster, Steelers fan. And at the top was a picture of Big Ben. At the bottom was Mike Vick. It said, "Hey, Steelers, this is what a real quarterback looks like," with an arrow pointing to Big Ben, protesting Michael Vick being on the team.
I love it.
Also, Big Ben also had no criminal charges, but still got suspended.
Innocent.
Yeah,
he was found.
So
this is why
that
Big
was the
Ben
other part of the tweet where it's
the
like
legal investigation.
There's been plenty of examples of people not getting charged,
right,
but still getting suspended.
Right, correct. We forgot to. Hasn't it felt like 100 years since we've last been in studio? Khalil Mack did get traded.
Yes.
So
yes.
And that was one of those situations where people wanted me to be mad, but I wasn't because the Bears need to fix everything. They need to tear it all down, build it back up. I wasn't mad because I don't know what the point of going like 7-10 with Khalil Mack is.
Yeah, just probably the only reason you should be mad. They probably should have done this a year ago.
Yeah, well, and people were mad because the haul wasn't great. It was a second and a sixth, but it was more about the salary. Also, I think that's more just like on name. Khalil Mack is probably going to be great for the Chargers for a year or two. He's getting older. He's been injured a lot. That's just the reality of it. Like, it's a guy who's 31 with a lot of money on his salary, who's been injured for essentially 3 years, like off and on. You're not going to get a ransom for him.
Right. It's like people don't understand that football players are depreciating assets.
Correct.
So just because you paid X and Y for Khalil Mack 3 years ago doesn't mean that you should expect to get that.
Correct.
Unless it's a quarterback that goes out of the division for 2 first-round picks, then if you get him hypothetically for like 2 third-round picks, that's a steal. LMAO.
Also, Amari Cooper to the Browns.
Yeah, Amari Cooper is firmly, in my mind, a guy who, like, just is perpetually not as good as his hype.
He was a Heisman candidate.
And he's truly
people still think that.
A total mind bender with age because he's 27. And I thought he was like 35.
27?
Yeah, he's 27.
Holy shit.
He's 27, dude.
Yeah, I was like, man,
he's
this
a
guy's-
mind bender.
He's been around a little bit.
He's been around for a long time. He was
I
fourth
still-
pick in the draft. He's good. He's just not. He's a guy who you will forever want to be a clear-cut number one, and he will never be that.
So when they made the trade, I was like, this is actually, I like the combination of Amari Cooper and Jarvis Landry in Cleveland. And then the next tweet after that from Schefter was they're giving Landry permission to seek a trade elsewhere.
Yes.
And it's like, well, okay, so I guess Cooper is your number one.
Someone told me a stat that we'll have to check. Jake, you can check it. Amari Cooper and Calvin Ridley are the exact same age, and they never played together at Alabama. Someone said that in my replies. That's a reply guy thing that we'll have to check. But they're both 27. But yeah, Amari Cooper being 27 makes no sense.
You could also make the argument, though, that having Amari Cooper on your roster makes whoever the number 2 receiver is better than Amari Cooper.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
elevates the next guy.
So yeah, and again, he's not bad. It's just, you know what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
you're always wanting Amari Cooper to be the guy, and I don't think he ever will be the guy. I mean, CeeDee Lamb's better than him.
Right. And
That
you
happened
could
quickly.
say, like, Gallup
Yeah.
he's been better than him recently, too.
Although that one is weird because I think there was some Cowboys fans that are like, yeah, Michael Gallup's. Didn't he tore his ACL like second to last week of the season?
Yeah.
It felt like it was whatever I made that future on the Cowboys. He tore
Actually,
it like four hours
I
later.
forgot that Gallup. I need to do a reset on NFL News.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amari Cooper 12 through 14, and Calvin Ridley 15 through 17.
Same age. Never played together.
That's
At
wild.
Alabama. That's truly wild.
Like, so the fact that Ridley got suspended for gambling on football. If Amari Cooper got suspended for, like, when I hear it's Ridley, I'm like, that's a young kid. He's got a lot to learn. If Cooper had gotten
Yes.
suspended for gambling on football, I'd be like, that fucking dumbass should know better.
Yeah, he knows better. He's been around forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a truly mind-bending stat of the day. All right, PFT, your who's back.
My who's back of the week is Pete Davidson.
Oh, yeah, Skeet.
Skeet Davidson is back. Got into a little text battle with Kanye West, and then hit him with the ultimate walk-off. There's no coming back from this. I am in bed with your wife.
Brutal.
I'm in bed with your wife. There's nothing that you can say to that.
Yeah.
There's absolutely, like, you can't come back with your mom. That's boss level comeback.
Yeah.
So thoughts and prayers to Kanye.
With the picture.
With the picture.
Yeah, that's the over-the-top part is, like, the picture of him in bed.
But there was no picture of Kim in the
but
picture.
you'd assume she's there in bed with him.
You would assume.
Yeah. Now, that's a tough one to come back from. I don't know how he does that. All right, my who's back is Russell Westbrook slander. We had Westbrick and him asking people not to say Westbrick. Well, we had one further this weekend. So a high school in Illinois just won the state title. One of the best teams ever. They won every game in Illinois. They only lost to Bronny's team in like a game that they played on ESPN2. Glenbard West, they won the state title. They were playing Bolingbrook a couple days ago. The coach of Bolingbrook said, I'd rather be playing the Lakers than Glenbard West. We could back off Russell Westbrook, let him shoot, and get some rebounds. There's not a guy on the Glenbard West roster we can do that to.
Oh,
a high
God.
school coach said that.
That's brutal.
Brutal. A brutal burn.
The thing is, like, for all the complaining that he's doing about Russell Westbrook, which I
PFT,
understand.
that's his mother and his father's name.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, in theory, it actually makes complete sense. If you take us out of, like, the sports bubble that we grow up in and that we just have a common understanding of, like, yeah, if you come into my team's stadium, I'm going to make fun of you.
Right.
You would never say that to somebody, like, in person walking down the street. But, like, if you completely remove yourself from that environment, it makes a little bit of sense in a
Yes.
bubble. But he could just stop shooting the ball.
Right.
He should just not shoot the ball.
But
as
just to have like high school coaches start roasting you and being like, it's easier to game plan for Russell Westbrook.
Oh, by the way, did you see the T-shirts that they were selling in Philadelphia?
Awesome.
When the Nets came back there, it was just a picture of a penis with Ben Simmons' face on it and just said, I think it's like complete dickhead.
Yeah.
And they were just selling it outside the stadium, and families were walking by and be like, you got that in the youth small for my kid?
$20.
I love Philly.
And then they got 40-pieced.
Yeah, they
they
did.
get 40 piece. And the guy who dressed as a full baby,
Yeah.
who's had a pacifier, Philly is the best. There is no city in America that can just turn the hate up to that level.
And they're already turning on Harden. It's beautiful.
Are they?
Yeah. I mean, they
Why?
got
Because of one game?
Yeah.
They got 40 pieces.
Wait, who's turning on Harden?
Everyone I follow from, I'm up to date with the Philly people. They're not happy with
Hank
him.
is true. He's like what people thought Russia did to our elections. Hank is doing to Philly. The disinformation to tear them apart.
It's true.
Chaos in Philly.
Hank, you should just start like funneling this info to Billy and have Billy act as one of your like liaisons to amplify your message.
Hank's got a bunch of burners that he's just replying to everyone's tweets.
Harden stats.
Yeah, Harden doesn't even like it in Philly. I saw him out. They
got 40 pieces and then he was out the club. Like that's what happened.
Well, that's what James Harden does.
Yeah,
like, that's what
how he
you know
heals.
you're gonna get. It was a playoff performance from him. He went 3 for 12. He had 11 points, and then afterwards he goes out to a strip club. That's playoff Jay.
Also, speaking of NBA, Kyrie's move today was awesome. Showing up to the game in Brooklyn with no mask, sitting on the sideline, and basically making a mockery of the entire New York City mandate, which makes no sense. That Kyrie Irving can't play, but he can sit, and he was also in the locker room. He's allowed in the locker room. He's allowed on the sideline. He's not allowed on the floor.
It is dumb. The only thing that would be maybe dumber, even though I'm not even sure this would be dumber, if they let him play, if he kept a mask on, but put the mask like under his chin. Because I've seen some of those leagues where you have to have a mask on the court, but it doesn't have to be over your mouth and nose.
Right. I made the mistake of tweeting about it, and my mentions were just, it's like a moth to a flame.
You just got to.
Just everyone who wants to talk about COVID.
You got to do what I do when I tweet about Miley Cyrus and just turn off replies.
Yeah.
Whenever you mention anything that has to do with the mask.
Well, it was such an innocuous comment. I was like, this is so stupid. This is stupid that Kyrie can be there and he can't play. And I think what's happening now is since COVID is slowly like escaping the psyche and it's not really talked about anymore, there's a group of people online who they've spent so much time, so much of their energy the last year and a half talking about COVID that now that there's not a lot of tweets to reply to, if you just put one out there, they all just come rushing to that tweet.
Yeah.
It was like 400 replies in like 15 minutes.
Did the Nets win with Kyrie or did they win because of Kyrie? Yes. They're not telling you the right stats in the papers, folks.
Oh, man. These people. We should actually do a test and see if Billy can be a lightning rod and tweet about COVID and see how many replies he can get.
Yeah, Billy, you're now our clearinghouse for our most problematic takes.
Yeah.
Because if you tweet them out, everyone's just like, oh, Billy's dumb. Billy's like Calvin Ridley. He doesn't know any better.
I want to test that theory. I want to have you tweet a COVID take this week and see how many replies you can get. Just to see how many people swarm to it because they have nothing else to talk about. All right, Billy, your Who's Back?
My Who's Back of the week is falconry.
Yeah.
In Japan, there is now a huge movement. There's a bunch of crows that have been damaging their solar panels, taking stones and cracking their solar panels. So there's been a huge boom in falconry. So they have a bunch of guys who are taking falcons out and like hunting down crows that are damaging the solar panels. So it's good to see like age-old traditions sort of come back to be repurposed in new ways.
Yeah. I like it. There's no modern replacement for a falcon, for a bird of prey. You could try to get a drone, but it doesn't have talons. It doesn't get hungry.
How do crows attack a solar panel?
They're like dropping stones on the solar panels.
Oh, like the coordinated attack.
Yeah, I think they're big,
There was also that viral tweet of the guy who was on a plane and there was falconry people sitting next to him.
Oh, yeah. Like the Saudi princes all have them.
And I've said this before many years ago, but like what happens if the plane goes down? Do they let them out?
Yeah. You got to open the door.
Right?
I don't think they would think that quickly.
I would hope so. Save the falcons.
Yeah, if there's a bird on, it's like if you're in a submarine and if you got an aquarium, you smash it real quick.
Right.
Let them free. You know how they capture the falcons? Like if you want to get into falconry,
how would they get them out?
Yeah, they just sack Matt Ryan.
You couldn't walk.
The air pressure, I think, would suck everybody out.
Yeah.
Like how would you?
I think the bird would just realize the sky's out there.
Yeah, like
and the plane is spiraling down to the crash.
Just like, we got some falcons on this plane. Let them out.
Standing up.
Yeah, get them out.
I think there are protocols if you're a flight attendant and you notice a bird getting onto the plane.
Right.
You say to yourself, okay, in the event of a crash, I'm sending this guy home.
Yeah, we're letting him out.
Yeah,
Something to think about.
Yeah, you know how you get into falconry? If you acquire your first falcon, you don't just go out and buy one at the falcon store or from a pet store.
Don't tell me you got to fuck it.
No, you have to go out into nature and set up a trap and capture it in the wild yourself. They won't just give you. If you want to be a falconer, you have to like.
It's like Avatar.
You gotta learn it.
Which I haven't seen.
I like it. I like that. You just got to go catch your own falcon.
Avatar is like a combination of catching and fucking.
Yeah,
and then it's yours.
They link the same thing. I think that's how they do it, right? The avatars, they link their headpiece, their hair pieces.
I haven't seen it in
Their
a long
braids,
time.
yeah, they braid up.
Yeah.
Jake, your who's back?
My who's back's the NIT.
Oh, I was gonna say if this isn't college basketball related, I'm gonna be very upset.
The NIT and CBI brackets are out. I'm filling out both brackets because why not? My final four for the NIT: Iona. Rick Pitino can go to the Garden. Oklahoma, a little hot. They were a little hot this year. Last
Tanner
week.
Graves.
Tanner Groves.
BYU
out of the WCC, and then Wake Forest. Wake Forest had the coach of the year and the player of the year of the ACC, and they missed it. That's my
Not
NIT
even
final four.
Maybe the saddest part about the the March Madness is the amount we think about first four in, first four out, and then when they announce the bracket, they'll show for 1 second like these teams just barely missed, and then we'll just completely erase it from our brain and be like, what, Dayton, Xavier, who the fuck cares? Like they have this whole, they're pleading and like, our good friend Casey Smith is saying like Texas A&M deserved to be in. They are completely escaped from my memory. I got a bracket now.
Right.
So I do feel a little bad for the
And
first
usually there's
four out.
one team that's like, oh, they got screwed. There was no like.
Yeah, I
you
mean
don't feel
Texas
bad.
A&M, like you thought they did enough with that run, but
that's my NIT final.
They don't care about conference tourneys.
Jake, they don't.
We got to
They do
get
not,
you
not on
in
Sundays.
touch with NIT Stu. He's that guy that I was talking about a couple weeks ago. The guy that's obsessed with the NIT. He's already got his predictions out right now. He's got the Who's.
Okay.
He's got the Who's right now. it looks
Virginia?
like.
Yeah, Virginia is a 6 seed at Mississippi State.
Oh wow, slap in
Big
their
time.
face.
Yeah, I don't know if I couldn't confirm this. I don't know if there's a third place game or not. They had it last year.
Oh yeah, there usually is, right?
Yeah, but it's back at the Garden. So
Yeah.
I don't know if there is.
No, there was at the Garden. I want to say.
Really?
Yeah, I
I
want to
think
say
they cut
there
it and they
was.
brought it back. I don't know.
Do you have any news from your dilemma from your Firefest?
Guys,
Are we waiting?
Wait, oh yeah.
I am credentialed for the 2022
Oh,
Final Four.
Yes, let's go, Jake.
And what about us? Oh wow.
I'm the only one who got approved.
Oh.
No man left behind. I
Why is
guess.
that? What do you
Unfortunate.
reckon that is?
Interesting.
Well, first off,
We're
I
bad
put
boys?
in the request before I talked about it on the show, but
For all of us?
For all of us,
for me and my co-hosts,
Both of them?
that would be all of us in this room.
Yeah.
I thought we were a family, La Familia.
guys are
That's
family.
what LeBron says.
But like more like cousins.
So
you guys
you're
are my family.
But
so
you're there. Bench
Yeah.
Bob is your brothers, and we're
we're Kyle Kuzma and Brandon Ingram. We're you just traded us away.
Never.
Okay, well that's how it feels right now, LeBron.
Jake?
I feel bad. But
All right, that's fine.
That's enough.
That's all I wanted.
That's all we want.
I just wanted Jake to have
I'm excited.
to feel bad so that we could be like, no, don't feel bad.
Yeah, don't feel bad.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
I
all a
also who's back. Like I have to do an adjustment. Being a gambler and being around Jake is oil and water because this guy has optimism through the roof.
But it is realistic optimism. If you're down 4 with 4 minutes left, like you still are alive.
I don't know.
There was a game, I think it was on Friday night, and it was coming down to the end, and a lot of us had the over on it. And the guy went up for a dunk, and it got stuck between the rim and the
Yes, I
backboard.
remember this.
And everybody was like, fuck, because we needed points. And Jake stands up, he's like, it's a wedgie.
Yeah.
Because Jake
That's
loves
the Iron Eagle
loves the
term.
wedgie.
He loves seeing a wedgie. It was like seeing a scoregami in the wild. By the way, do we have scoregami for the tournament?
I doubt it. There's just so many tournament games. I'm
should
sure
be.
there's
Sounds
some.
like there should be one.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'd like to retraction notice NIT Stu does not have the Who's winning. That was somebody else he quote tweeted. His bracket challenge link is coming shortly. He's polishing up his Google form right now. Follow NIT underscore Stu on Twitter. He's the only person that cares this much about the NIT.
I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
so I'm excited for the Final Four. Thank you guys for the support.
Yes. And
Well
how's your
done.
optimism going to be when we're gambling?
It's whatever you want me. Tell me right now.
No, I want you to be yourself. I'm going to be upset at you, but I want you to be yourself.
Okay, but one time maybe you'll win a game.
But
where
I'll
I'm
say this for
optimistic.
Jake.
Come on, Jake.
Credit to Jake. He knows that what's said in between the lines is not real feelings.
Right.
So you are good with that.
Yeah.
When I'm like, fuck you, Jake, stop being so optimistic. You know that like in 30 minutes I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
exactly.
we're good. We're
good.
all
I'm
on
excited.
the same page. Yeah.
Look at all these blogs that NIT has done about the potential bracket in the last 4 days.
I saw that St. John's requested a home game, and then they didn't even make the NIT. That's pretty embarrassing.
He goes by Joe Stunardi.
Love it. Perfect. He's probably been around so long. He like remembers when the NIT was the tournament.
That's always the best when your dads tell you, the NCAA tournament, the real one used to be the NIT.
Yeah, the
it's
NIT.
more prestigious.
Yeah. What was that?
What was that? I don't know.
Someone's find my phone thing.
It's not me.
It was Billy. All right,
everybody.
let's do Jon Rothstein. Before we get to Jon Rothstein, Visible, right? Taking over the whole episode, PFT.
Yeah, we love Visible here. Visible is sponsoring this entire episode. You can get family plan savings with no family. If you got a cell phone, maybe you're right out of college, you're looking to move off your family's old plan onto your own, but you don't want to pay that super big increase that you sometimes see when you're getting your very first line. Well, Visible's got you covered because you're going to get the savings like you are on a family plan, but no family needed. Aaron Rodgers would actually be perfect for this. Visible is as low as $25 a month for a single line. That's insanely low. $25 a month for a single line. Don't be the person that's, you turn 27, 28, 29. Don't be the one person in your friend group that is still on your parents' line where they're paying for your cell phone. There's no excuse because Visible, it gives you your own line. You can be an adult, but it's cheap. You save a lot of money. $25 a month for that single line. Unlimited data, talk, text, and hotspot. 5G included. Unlimited 5G data powered by Verizon. So you know that it's actually good service, good coverage. For data management practices, learn more at visible.com. Additional terms apply. And now here is Jon Rothstein.
Okay, we now welcome on one of our favorite guests, one of our favorite times of the year. It is Bracket Sunday. We have the man, the myth, the legend, Jon Rothstein in studio. He's got his bracket. He just took his bracket out of his suit coat pocket.
That's right.
We're ready to roll. This is March.
The month before April.
Well, I wanted to ask before we get into the bracket, thoughts on Tom Brady?
With the Patriots?
No. He unretired.
I thought he was always a Patriot.
He was on the Bucs last year
he's on the Bucs.
and the year before.
He just unretired.
When did he go to Tampa Bay?
2 years
A couple years ago.
Then he retired like a month ago.
Was this before or after Tim Klue stepped down at Iona?
It was after. No. That was right around the same time.
Yeah,
that he left.
that's probably why you missed it, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because, when you go to the NCAA tournament 6 times in 9 years out of the MAC, that's pretty impressive.
I know.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that about Tom Brady.
He
So he played in Tampa, and now he's going to play
back.
for the...
No, he's back in Tampa. He unretired. He stole Bracket Sunday from everyone.
Okay, well, not from me. I had no idea that he was in Tampa in the first place.
Okay, so there you go. That's perfect. All right, so...
Well, there's another piece of big news that I feel like we should address today, just by the way that the universe works via happenstance.
Yeah.
Bar Coastal closed down today.
Yeah, it's a somber day. It's a sad day. My wife was there all day paying homage in a Pardon My Take sweatshirt.
Love it.
That's
and
very
just,
nice.
it kind of felt like, honestly, the last episode of Cheers from what I gathered.
Yeah.
It's just like everything was shutting down. So many memories, so many good times. That bar, we rented out the day after our wedding, which, I invited you guys to. You had other things going on.
Busy.
Yeah,
Whoops.
it's okay. It happens.
What do you think about maybe the prospect of buying the place?
Buying the
what
place?
if we just teamed up?
The three of us?
Yeah.
What would we name it? Big Cats?
No, Bar Coastal.
I think we just keep it Bar Coastal. Like you don't stray away from what works, right?
Yeah, fair enough. If you guys want to put down, the down payment, I'll get you the rest later.
Yeah, you sent us a picture of your wife in a Pardon My Take sweatshirt this morning.
That's right.
You texted us.
Yeah, she said just to tell them that, I'm supporting the brand because you're going on the show
She
tonight.
was. And she's nice.
Congratulations.
She's an attractive woman.
Oh, thank you. I
Yes.
appreciate that.
I mean that with all due respect.
No, I appreciate it, and she'll be the first to tell you that, she knows that she has, obviously, her things, that she has stuff, but I came up with a one-liner on Twitter for her, too.
Okay.
Alana Rose, credit and forget it.
Credit and forget it?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, fair enough. Everybody likes their nice things, but, I just, have to teach her that sometimes
Credit
there's
and
boundaries.
forget it. Got it. Okay.
But because of her, who is, my best friend, I love her to pieces, she has planned, and you guys will be excited about this, a massive, massive trip to Europe this summer.
Wow.
So I'm no longer going to be able to go into places socially. Like, when I'm watching the NFL, because I only watch it socially, I'm no longer going to be able to go into places and say, I've never played golf, I've never had a glass of wine, I've never had a cup of coffee, and I've never been to Europe. Because as of right now, we're going to Europe in July.
Okay, so we got to get to two of those things in a second, but give us the quick itinerary. Where are you going in Europe?
Quick itinerary. Well, we have friends.
Is there anything like knowing you're going to be like, well, Coach Cal's taking the team to Rome.
Yeah, I thought about that.
Yeah, I know
I thought
did.
about that, especially
Don't
with
do
the
that.
time. Especially with the timing, it's like late July, early August. Like I've talked about that. So we have some friends who are getting married like an hour outside of Paris in July.
Okay.
So we're going to go to Paris for a couple of days and go to that wedding. Then we've got a couple of stops in Italy, which I'm really excited about for the food.
Yep.
There's a restaurant that we're going to go to. We're going to Italy. We're going to Rome, Portofino, and also the Amalfi Coast. Now, there is a restaurant in Portofino, Puni, P-U-N-Y. It's a 3-course restaurant, and one of the options is a pasta with lasagna sheets, tomato sauce, and pesto. Denzel Washington went to this restaurant, okay, and had this pasta for all 3 courses. So when I heard that, I was like, that's a bucket list thing. I have to go to this restaurant in Portofino and have all three courses of that pasta, and then we're going to go to Mykonos and Santorini after that.
Wow.
You're not going to switch it up, though, in the courses? Like, try maybe something besides that
Potentially.
pasta?
I know I haven't been there yet. I'll text you. I just got international service, actually, on my cell phone for the first time. Because you know me, like, for a long time, like, Canada was anything north of the George Washington Bridge.
Yeah,
now,
so
what if there's, like, a highly touted prospect over there?
Well, that's why, like, I made sure that I had international, service so that I could be, on my toes for this trip.
You're still going to be kind of working?
Oh, yeah, I never shut it off.
Right.
Never shut it off.
Right.
Never shut it off.
Even though we sleep in May.
Yeah, I mean, I say we sleep in May, but that doesn't mean you don't sleep with your phone.
All right, so you're lying to the people.
I wouldn't say I'm lying. I would say, like, after a while, like, you realize you can get a little bit of a reprieve. Because if I ever said we sleep in April, I'd be like, oh, what are you kidding me? The national championship game's on April 4th. But I do have the skeleton ready for my first Rothstein 45 in next season.
Oh, okay.
So, we're going to amend it.
Where's Wisconsin?
Well, it's, what's the next question?
Oh, no, we're not in we weren't in Jake's bracket, so I love the doubters and haters. I welcome them.
We've got to prepare, though, for the transfer portal. We've got to, there's a million things. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot. All right, so
who will be next year's Chris Vogt? No, I'm kidding.
Listen, he puts in some good minutes.
He's a decent bruiser up front.
Yeah, you need guys like that.
Absolutely.
He did a good job against Purdue at the game we're at. So the other fourth thing, so it was never been trip to Europe, never had a glass of wine, never had a cup of coffee. PFT, you brought something, didn't you?
Yeah, I've got a few things. I've got actually a bottle of wine right here.
Oh.
I opened it up.
Red or white?
I uncorked it just for you. It's a 2016. It's a Bordeaux. It's very nice. I splashed it all over myself when I was opening it with a knife.
The cork's in there.
I was thinking that maybe we could share. We could all have a small little glass. I've got to
get on a plane in like 6 hours. I don't want to try.
Okay. That's fine. I'll be out of your system in like 20 minutes.
Okay. What about a cup of coffee?
I've never had a cup of coffee.
You want a cup of coffee?
Oh, God. This is unbelievable.
All right, so
I got one of these right here.
If you're not,
Memes brewed it himself.
Yeah. If you're not ready for this right now, can I propose something?
Sure.
Why don't we make a bet on your Final Four? Whatever it may be, we'll get to that when we break it all down. And you're going to be in New Orleans. We're going to be in New Orleans. I think that you can find the appropriate time that you could have both a cup of coffee and a glass of wine with us.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, because I can sense you don't really want to do it right now at 11 p.m. at night.
No, I don't.
Do you want a sip of the wine?
Do you want to smell it? Just smell it.
I don't like it.
Just smell it. Just smell it.
I don't like it.
You don't like it? You never had it.
That's exactly what my 2.5-year-old son sounds like when I'm like, hey, do you want pretty much any food?
Yeah, it smells like the Manischewitz I used to smell at Hebrew school.
So wait, what do you drink when you go out? Just a beer?
Vodka or beer, Tito's.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
Okay, so all right. Well, let's get to it. Let's go through the bracket, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do bet wise.
I was gonna say, because when you're in Italy, you're gonna be at these world class pasta places.
Why can't I just have a Peroni?
They're gonna give you wine. Wine will be on the menu there.
Billy's gonna drink that wine right now. Watch him drink it. All right, no more tricks, but I want you to have a cup of coffee.
Okay, why?
Because I want to see what it does to you.
I'm functioning fine without coffee for all these years. It's almost 4 decades.
What about Red Bull? Do you drink Red Bull?
Never Red Bull.
Never caffeine?
Try not to have caffeine.
Cocaine?
No, that's didn't make that either.
Methamphetamines?
No.
Okay, well
Biker
we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna in New Orleans. I want to see you just a sip of coffee with us.
A sip?
Yeah,
Okay, I can do a sip.
Yeah, we'll do a sip of coffee with the fellas.
Yeah, sure. I can do a sip of coffee. The wine I don't think is going to stick. The coffee I can maybe try.
But we got a lot of basketball between now and New Orleans.
You know how much basketball we have between now and New Orleans?
How much?
64 games.
64 games. I'm so excited. Where do you want to start? You always break out the bracket in certain.
Do you guys want to start top left and then we'll just work our way down? Does that work?
Well, let's ask a couple questions before we get into the bracket. One, who got screwed?
Texas A&M.
Oh,
I thought that Texas A&M, should have been in the field. I thought the committee did a really, really good job. But I think when you look at what they've did the last couple of days, and I know it's the totality of your resume, but I think having neutral site wins against teams the caliber of an Arkansas and an Auburn compared to everything else, I thought was pretty impressive. I mean, it's interesting, though. The one thing that, I've kind of taken away in like over 15 years on this beat, every single year you see the bubble get softer and softer. And guys, I've been talking about this for years, and I think it's one thing that we need to look at. And I'm leaving tomorrow for Dayton. I'm doing the first 4 this year, and I'm excited about it. But I firmly believe that the NCAA should allow all the automatic qualifiers to advance into the round of 64.
Yes.
And then the final 8 at-large teams should be playing in Dayton.
Yes.
And then it gives us an opportunity to really jumpstart the tournament with 4 heavyweight showdowns. I mean, I look at the first 4, and I'm not just saying this because I'm obviously working the games, but Rutgers-Notre Dame is a fascinating matchup.
Yeah.
Wyoming, Hunter Maldonado, Graham Ike against Indiana. I mean, that is a fascinating matchup. If you could add 2 more of those with the last 4 at-large teams, I think it would add a lot of pop to the NCAA tournament.
I also made the point that I hate when the committee puts mid-majors, small schools against each other in the first round.
Yeah.
I think that's terrible. I think it's bad for the sport. Murray State versus San Francisco is a great matchup, but I'd rather see them go up against a big dog.
No doubt. And I think, too, the great thing about the first 4, which I love, is standalone games.
Yep.
And standalone games, allow yourself to be showcased at, a much different rate. So I think that's another thing we have to look forward to. And I think, though, one thing I will say is I think because of the matchups we have this year in the first 4, the Bryant-Wright State game is an underrated 16 versus 16. I'll tell you why. Bryant obviously has the nation's top scorer in Peter Kiss. Really interesting player. And Wright State's in Dayton. It's near their campus, so you almost have a pseudo road game. Very rarely in a first 4 do you get that type of situation.
What do you think, sidebar, Jared Grasso, where's he going to be coaching next year?
Good question. I think, without question, Jared has done one of the great rebuilding jobs in the Northeast. I mean, guys, Bryant was 3 wins when he took over. 3.
Damn.
And, they went to the tournament title game last year and lost to Mount St. Mary's. This year, they're obviously champions. I think he's ready. I don't know if he's ready to jump to a power conference. But, if there's a conference, in between, obviously, the NEC in a multi-bid league in the Northeast, he's, ready to do that. And, I just know this from obviously being in the weeds, obviously, in college basketball, it's inside baseball, but he was the recruiting coordinator for those great teams at Iona that I've mentioned earlier with Tim Kluse. So
6 out of 9 years.
6 out of 9 years.
The MAC, yeah.
So those teams that had Scott Machado, Mike Glover, Momo Jones, Sean Armand, AJ English, David Lowery, those guys, he was the recruiting coordinator and top assistant for those teams.
Okay.
So sidebar, our good friend, unfortunately, Tom Crean, is no longer going to be the head coach at Georgia.
Right.
What are the odds Tom Crean gets a head coaching job next year? Do you think he wants to still coach?
I don't know if Tom wants to coach. I think Tom did a great job as a broadcaster in his year out for ESPN. Mm-hmm. But
are you on the bubble now?
What? Am I on the bubble?
With Tom Crean now, he could get back into broadcasting.
Yeah, it's a different role. He's a game analyst.
Right,
he's a game analyst.
Okay.
I think he's a game analyst. Different role. What I provide is a little bit different.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think if Tom wants to coach, I'm sure he could get another coaching job. I don't know if he could get a job in the caliber of Georgia, but I'm sure he could get another job. Mm-hmm. I think too, guys, another thing that we're seeing throughout the landscape of college basketball is there is clear separation between the top 6 conferences, the 5 power conferences, and the Big East, and the rest of the sport. And it's really the haves and the have-nots. And I think every single day that gap widens. Now, do we have years where conferences are outliers? Absolutely. The Mountain West this year getting 4 teams in the NCAA tournament, and one of those teams is not New Mexico and not UNLV.
Yeah.
That's amazing to me. The West Coast Conference having 4 teams in play, getting 3 teams in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
That's a major, major kudos. But that's the exception. It's not the rule. If Richmond doesn't win today on Sunday in the Atlantic 10 tournament title game, A10, and the conference that had 6 bids 8 years ago in 2014, that's a 1-bid league. Side note, Chris Mooney, head coach of Richmond, dead ringer for Judge Reinhold and vice versa. Without question.
Fast times.
Dead ringer. Fast times at Ridgemont High. That vice versa, though, for me. And, you know, I just think when you look at college basketball now, I think it's 6 leagues and it's everything else.
So is this the end of the conversation of Gonzaga doesn't play in a real league? Like, we've been saying for years, Gonzaga move to the Pac-12.
Right.
Yeah.
If you want to be taken seriously. But now they've got San Francisco, good team, right?
Good team.
St. Mary's, fun team.
Beat Gonzaga.
Yeah.
St. Mary's is like, you know, is comparable to Wisconsin, Big Cat, honestly.
Yeah,
like they're similar style of play. No
White guys?
question.
Just,
Yeah.
You're saying
That's what you're
is that
saying.
code
Yeah,
for
yeah.
white guys?
No,
No.
they just slow it down, play good defense.
It's like
You're
death
right.
by 1,000 paper cuts.
Yes.
PFT.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they had a good year this year, but it is a Mickey Mouse conference. Gonzaga needs to go to the Pac-12.
Okay.
All right, should we do it? Get into it.
We're not talking about anything personal. I haven't seen you in 2 years. You want to ask any other questions? I thought of you guys, though, because, you know, and you guys could appreciate this. I have this neighbor that's like Rico Bosco. It's like gum on my shoe. Mm-hmm. And she always complains. So I find out, I come home a couple of weeks ago, and my wife's like, we have a problem. And I'm like, well, what's the issue? It's like our neighbor wrote a letter to the board in our building that there is, you know, yelling and screaming and a loud TV like late at night and or whatever. It's like if I wasn't in the studio. And, like, you know, they're really threatening right now to continue to complain about what's going on. And I just responded and I said, not enough people know the importance and the impact of the Mountain West being a 4-bid league.
So was it you yelling?
Yes. I mean, what do you think, man? I mean, have you seen the Mountain West this
Those
year?
games are-
David Roddy,
Oh,
Hunter
man.
Maldonado, San Diego State. Matt Bradley's a little bit like, you know, Tom Hanks and Castaways on an island on his own. I mean, where's Jordan Shackle when you need him?
It was, you know, the Mountain West was crazy this year.
Crazy, incredible crowds, and you know,
Every
like
game was tight.
And like I said, when I think of the Mountain West, Cat and PFT, I think of 2013, 9 years ago, 5 bids. UNLV, Anthony Bennett, obviously Steve Alford had those teams in New Mexico. Tony Snell, Alex Kirk, Cam Bairstow, Kendall Williams, Hugh Greenwood. Now that team didn't go far in the NCAA tournament. They lost to Harvard. Remember that was the year in 2013 when Harvard's 2 best players, Brandon Curry and Kyle Casey, had to withdraw from school. They put Siani Chambers into the starting lineup, and the rest is history. They went to the round of 32.
Of course, who could forget?
You know, when that happened, that was the Mountain West, and the Mountain West took a little hiatus, and it's back now. And there's a crazy thing. The Mountain West, they've got, obviously, a television relationship with us at CBS. They got a relationship with Fox. It has a better television deal than the Pac-12.
Yeah. No, the Pac-12, not being able to watch the first 2 rounds of the Pac-12 tournament
Brutal.
is insane.
Brutal. And the Pac-12 is a good league in terms of its brands. It hasn't had good representation in the NCAA tournament. Like I was talking to somebody about this yesterday. There were more Pac-12 teams in the Sweet 16 last year than there are in the NCAA tournament this year.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they had a great
that.
run.
Well, let's start there. So Pac-12, Conference of Champions, as Bill Walton. Did he just invent that?
Yeah.
No, it's been around for a while.
It's been around for a while, but I mean, it's
he
a little-
brought it back.
He brought it back.
He brought it back to the forefront.
he brought
Who do you like out of that conference? Obviously, Arizona, great team, but
Yeah.
I guess it's a leading question because I really want to know UCLA. Do they have it in them? Are they going to be able to make a run like they did?
I think they're going to be able to make a run. I think things set up pretty well for UCLA. So should we go through?
Yeah, let's go through. I should say, on a personal level, this is a great moment for this show and for humanity because the last time you were in here was right when everything got canceled. Yes. You came in, we were all downtrodden. You said, this too shall pass.
Yes.
We are now 2 years past COVID.
Yeah.
It feels like, last year was fun, but it wasn't a real tournament.
No.
Because you didn't have all the different sites and fans and everything.
And I was there for 26 days in that bubble.
Yeah, you were. You were doing hard work in the bubble. And this now feels like we got it. Like we're back.
This too shall pass, and this too has passed.
It has passed.
Retweet
yes.
that.
Yes. Okay, right now?
But if you want to, I mean,
Okay,
I
all right.
can
Verbal retweet that?
This too shall pass.
This too shall pass.
Hashtag
All right,
John.
Let's do it. Top left. Go for
Okay.
it.
Well, I look at this region, the West region, and I see Gonzaga with Chet Holmgren. I see Duke having
Too
5.
skinny.
No,
Can I
Slim
finish
Reaper.
my soiree?
Slim Reaper.
All right, sorry.
I worked on this, okay, in the car down here, and you're cutting me off.
Yeah, you're right. We're excited about the bracket, too. Go.
Because I got to do the names first.
Yeah.
So I look at Gonzaga with Chet Holmgren. I see Duke having potentially 5 first-round picks in their starting 5. Notre Dame as Blake Wesley. Obviously, Memphis as Jalen Duren. The West region is the region of prospects.
Ooh.
Okay. Wait,
So-
I'm going to just cross this out.
I like that. JD Note's in there.
Yeah. I see the region of prospects. So, obviously, Gonzaga moving on against Georgia State. Boise State, Memphis, to me, looks like the ultimate 50-50 game. I'm going to give a slight edge to Memphis just because of how Boise State has struggled offensively, especially we saw that yesterday against San Diego State. UConn against New Mexico State. New Mexico State has two capable scorers. Teddy Allen, last year at Nebraska, year before, or a couple years ago at Nebraska, also played, West Virginia to start his career. Serge Jabari Rice, another guard, obviously, that's capable, but I've got UConn beating them, setting up a UConn-Arkansas round of 32 game, which could be one of the best games of the upcoming weekend. Alabama has been a feast or famine team all year long. They're going to play the winner of Rutgers-Notre Dame. I look at what Rutgers did in the Big Ten. Obviously, they won a game at Wisconsin. Caleb McConnell did a great job on Johnny
beat them
Davis.
there.
Fair enough. I'm just giving you the context.
At the rack.
Okay, I'm giving you the context. I got Rutgers beating Notre Dame and Rutgers beating Alabama.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm taking Rutgers twice. Steve Peichel pounding nails. And then Mark Adams, though, he plays them. The defense never rests. And I got Texas Tech over Montana State, coached by Danny Sprinkle. Then the Michigan State.
Danny Sprinkle.
Yeah, that's the head coach's name. Michigan State against Davidson. The storyline within that game is this. Foster Lawyer, started his career at Michigan State. Now he's at Davidson. He has made significantly more three-point shots this year than he did the first 3 years of his college career. I've got a Michigan State-Duke round of 32, which would be a dream game for television next weekend. So I got Duke moving on against Michigan State, Duke playing Texas Tech, then UConn beating Arkansas, hooking up with Gonzaga. UConn falls to Gonzaga. Texas Tech falls to Duke. Will Duke beat Gonzaga in the regional final? They beat them once already. I'm going to take the Zags, and Coach K's career ends at the Chase Center. So Gonzaga over Duke in the regional final of the region of prospects.
I love it. As long as Duke loses.
Yeah.
Do you think this is kind of fun, what Coach K's doing, where he's like traveling around the country losing?
I've got a feeling after what you just told me about, what's the quarterback's name again?
Tom Brady.
Shut up.
I started to think, what if he unretired?
I would love it. Personally, I'm going to miss Coach K. He's been the greatest heel in my life.
You think he's a heel?
Oh, yeah. Duke is one of those things where I don't trust anyone who doesn't have a strong opinion on them. Either you love them or you hate them.
Right. I think here's an interesting thing, because obviously he set the standard for college basketball, and like you said, probably the best coach of our generation.
I never said that.
What? Well, all right, fine. You're still a little salty about 2015.
I never said that. I
the
never
facts
said
are
that.
the
Roy
facts, and
Williams.
when you look
go
at what
PFT.
happened in the ACC, you compare them from when Roy Williams got to UNC. He straight up outcompeted Coach K. The results were better for the Tar Heels since that time. You can't argue with it.
But you have to
more
look
Final
at
Fours.
But you have to look
more
at the
championships.
You have to look at the totality.
More regular season ACC titles. It's not even close.
Okay, you have to look at the totality of the resume, which I bring this point up. And again, it's speculating on speculation, which I hate to do. But if Rick Pitino never left Kentucky, and if Rick Pitino was still at Kentucky, you think about that, I always think that he would be the one in terms of all-time wins, all-time national championships,
right.
everything.
Great
because
coach.
you think about it, this was the trajectory at Kentucky. 92, you lose on the Leitner shot. 93, you go to the Final Four, you lose in overtime to the Fab Five. 94, you lose to Marquette in the second round. 95, you lose 74-61 to North Carolina in a regional final. 96, you win a national championship 76-67 against Syracuse in the Meadowlands. 97, you lose 84-79 to Arizona in Indianapolis in the national championship game, and then you take the Celtics job.
Yeah. He would have been...
Yeah.
He would have been an all-timer.
But the fact remains that Roy Williams was a stronger head coach.
Then Rick Pitino? If you stayed at Kentucky?
Then Coach K.
It's 5-3. It's tough to make that argument. And in 1991, Duke beat Kansas when Roy Williams was there, 72-65 in the national championship game. 91.
That's ancient history. I'm talking about when Roy Williams arrived at UNC.
Okay, well, you have to count the Kansas part of his career.
Well, that's because the Big 12 was legitimate, and he had to go through a gauntlet to get there.
Fair enough. Should we go keep going down?
Yeah, okay.
Well, you kind of glossed over our darling Jake's Catamounts against Arkansas.
Yeah, Ryan Davis, Jake, no offense, but the Jalen Williams matchup is not advantageous,
America's Player of the Year, 2 times.
I know he's America's Player of the Year, but unfortunately, there is no Taylor Coppenrath, there is no Tejan Soren.
There's Ben Shungu.
I know there is.
Oh, let's go. We got a name off.
Fair enough.
Got a name off.
But you're not telling me that people in Burlington are going to compare Finn Sullivan to Jermaine Mopagila in a couple
Finn
years.
Sullivan can shoot. He can get hot.
He can shoot, but he's going to be guarded by Devo Davis or JT Note. Next region.
Oh man. Name off.
All right, I quote tweet every time you tweet, Vermont basketball, very cool,
Yeah,
Jake
I
Marks the
appreciate
future.
that.
All right?
Yeah.
He's coming at me. Him and Rico, you got to watch out for them.
Well, Rico's gum on your shoe.
It's incredible.
I know. You can't get rid of him.
Rico call you and be like, bro, just want to tip you off with a scoop. I'm thinking is this realignment? Is this something big? He's like, yo, I heard from source with a source. There's going to be a lot more hook and holds this year. I was like, what does that do for me, Rico?
He's a big rules guy.
Yeah, big rules
Huge
guy.
rules guy.
Big rules guy.
All right, East.
The East.
I think East is the toughest. What do you think?
I look at the East region and I look at the high seeds. Baylor, defending national champion. 2 seed, Kentucky's Kentucky. Purdue, one of the great brands in the Big Ten. Texas is Texas. And UCLA and North Carolina also in the top half of that region. This is the region of branding.
Yeah, I was going to say Texas is Texas, but that just means
That's
that
a mean
they're
thing to
probably
say.
going to
Yeah.
lose in the first round.
But Texas is still a brand.
Texas is Texas.
So I've got Baylor beating Norfolk State, North Carolina against Marquette, rematch of the 77 national title game, Al McGuire's last game. I got the Tar Heels moving on there. And I've got St. Mary's beating Indiana. I like Indiana over Wyoming and Dayton.
I do too.
UCLA obviously beating Akron. And I'm going to take Virginia Tech over Texas. I like their body language a little bit more. Purdue.
Oh, that's just strictly body language.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing.
Yeah, when they
Okay.
shoot the ball against Duke, it went in a lot.
Yeah,
Their
body language game.
was great.
I like
Yep.
this. Body language game.
I like their body language a little bit better right now. Murray State over San Francisco, setting up an interesting game, Kat, because if it's Murray State against Kentucky in the state of Kentucky, that would be an incredible game. Kentucky would have nothing to gain from that game, but obviously have to play it other than going to the Sweet 16.
Civil War.
Yeah,
Baylor.
The two best college basketball schools in the state of Kentucky. Kentucky and Murray State.
Because Louisville is in Louisville State right now.
Well, I'm just saying, Kentucky and Murray State.
Fair. Baylor over UNC, UCLA over St. Mary's, Purdue over Virginia Tech, and then Kentucky. I've got a UCLA-Kentucky regional final, and I got the Cats moving on out of the region of branding. So I've got Gonzaga playing Kentucky right now.
Wow, I like that for my futures.
Okay.
I got Kentucky and UCLA futures.
Okay, like it.
So that would be a nice game for me.
Dig it. Now, top right, we're going to go and we're going to look at the South region. Now, I look at the South region, and I see Arizona.
I don't like that that's top right, by the way.
Okay.
South should be in the bottom, should it not?
Well, I mean, fair enough.
Colorado is kind of in
That's
the middle.
true.
Yeah.
Colorado State. Well, I look at that region, guys, and I see Ben Mathurin, okay, at Arizona, stud. I see Kofi Coburn, Illinois, stud. I see David Roddy. I see Hunter Dickinson. I see Kennedy Chandler. I see Colin Gillespie. This is the region. This is the region of star power.
Ooh, okay. Question on Arizona.
Yeah.
Is Kerr going to play?
Yeah, I think
He's in a walking boot.
No, I know. I believe Kirk Crease is going to play. And honestly, I was so impressed that they were trailing UCLA without him and came back. Arizona is the most aesthetically pleasing team in college basketball. They're also the biggest team in college basketball. And even though UCLA beat them once at Pauley, Arizona still dominated them on the glass. I've got Arizona beating TCU. I think TCU is underrated, and TCU beats Seton Hall.
TCU also a very big team. They got some length.
Eddie
they got
Lampkin,
some size. Yes.
Emmanuel Miller. No, Jamie Dixon's done a really good job there.
When you say biggest team, do you mean height or do you mean
Height.
do you mean length or strength?
Kind of a combination of both, PFT. I mean, Tubelis and obviously Coloco are tremendous up front. Coloco's the most improved player in the country. Balo, the transfer from Gonzaga, is also adding insurance upside. And, Mathurin and Terry are tough on the wings.
I think I know where you're going with this.
So-
Gonzaga versus Arizona, the student
Can I
versus
finish-
pupil.
can I finish it first?
Championship game. Okay, go ahead.
You're freaking trying to finish Godfather 2 before, they get Fredo on the boat here.
What about Godfather 3?
What? We don't pretend like that exists. Well, why you bring it up? That's one of the rules. Don't mess with the rules. So then I've got Illinois over Houston. Now, Arizona beat Illinois in early December in what was the first real statement that Arizona could be a national player this year under Tommy Lloyd. That rematch would be fascinating theater if we get it.
That was at the United Center, right?
Champaign.
Oh, that was in Champaign, yeah.
So
I bet that game I lost.
I like that in the Sweet 16. I'm going to take Michigan in an 11-6 win over Colorado State.
Ugh.
And I've got Tennessee marching on past Michigan. The world's going to pick Loyola Chicago, but I think Ohio State is being criminally underrated in this game.
Well, they've been limping.
They've been limping. They're banged up, but Chris Holtman, more meticulous than a forensics officer, is going to be dialed in. He's coached in a lot of NCAA tournament games. Drew Valentine hasn't coached in any NCAA tournament games. The world's picking Loyola Chicago. I'm taking Ohio State to win one. Villanova, Tennessee in the Sweet 16, Arizona, Illinois. I've got Villanova marching on to hook up with Arizona in the regionals of the Region of Star Power, and I got Arizona going to a Final Four.
Okay, so it's setting it up. Okay.
So I got Arizona, Gonzaga, Kentucky. Then I look at this region, bottom right, the Midwest.
Wait, real quick.
Yeah.
In the Star Power region, there was one star that you left off.
Who?
Oh,
Jelly
yeah,
Walker.
what the hell?
Jelly Walker?
How did you not bring up Jelly
Yeah,
Walker?
Well, he's a 12 seed right now.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
he's not a 12 seed. He's
On a 12
He's a
seed.
one
He's
seed.
on a.
Well,
yeah.
I didn't want to get too much in the weeds because
No,
you know,
let's
that's
talk
not the
Jelly
weeds.
Walker. Let's
Jelly
talk about
Walker.
UAB.
All right.
That's our team now. Just so
UAB?
you know. We bet him on Friday in the triple overtime thriller. We went back to the well with Jelly Walker on Saturday. Can we get John a water? We got
We'll
one
get you
coming.
fresh water.
Wait, so Jelly Walker though, he's electric.
He is electric. And it's ironic, Andy Kennedy has leaned in and used the transfer portal really, I think, as aggressively as any coach so far, at the mid-major level. And you look at their roster, guys. KJ Buffin came from Ole Miss. Trey Jemison came from Clemson. Obviously, Jelly
KJ
Walker.
Buffin's number 5, who we were motherfucking the other night.
What about Ertl?
Ertl's
Ertl's a good player.
Lights out.
He's made a ton of threes in the Conference USA tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Ertl's a good player. And this team, again, has played high majors this year. They played West Virginia, came up a little short, wasn't vintage West Virginia, but they won't be intimidated by Houston. But
You don't have him? You don't have Jelly Walker doing some crazy shit?
Well, again, am I going to bet on Jelly Walker or am I going to bet on Kelvin Sampson to be in a situation?
Jelly Walker is the answer.
Okay, all right.
Jelly Walker.
You want to die on that hill? I'll send you a postcard.
We will revisit this conversation
Okay. Oh,
once
yeah.
Jelly. You will be converted to the Jelly fam.
If you don't know about us and hills that we've died on,
Yeah.
there are a lot of them. There's an entire mountain range named after us at this
Yes.
point.
Fair enough.
Jelly
Fair
fam will be coming for you, and we have receipts now.
Yeah, we
Clip
do.
this up, and
Well,
we'll be playing it back.
Just tell me, if you were to say hypothetically, do you think that UAB is going to lose by fewer than 9 points? What would you say?
Text me. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hypothetically.
Interesting.
Now, bottom right, I see a Kansas team that, for all intents and purposes, has played great down the stretch. But for as good as Ochai Agbaji is, I don't see one of Bill Self's best teams, most talented teams. I see a 2 seed in Auburn that has had sporadic guard play all season. I see a Wisconsin team that has overachieved, won a share of the Big Ten regular season title, but also lost at home to Nebraska.
Playing great basketball.
And also lost early in the Big Ten tournament to a vulnerable Michigan State
Johnny
team.
Davis' ankle.
And then I see a Providence team that's 25-5, but was 11-2 this season in games decided by 5 points or less, and was ambushed, destroyed, and powerbombed through a table like Eric Bischoff at the 1996 Great American Bash by Creighton at the Big East
But
tournament.
isn't that a good thing if they're 11? I know what you're saying. Like 11-2, they play a lot of close games. Their record is not.
I don't think the
they're not
ceiling is
blowing
very
anybody
high
out.
for Providence. So I look at the.
But isn't there something to be said about winning close games
Definitely.
repeatedly?
That's why Ed Cooley to me is the National Coach of the Year, because he doesn't have an All Big East first team player on his team, and he's 25-5. That team, to me, like I'm looking at it, those are your top 4 seeds. This is the region of vulnerability, and this is the region. The Midwest region, if you're going to go off the radar in your Final Four pick, this is the region to take it. So let's look at it. I've got Kansas and Creighton hooking up in the round of 32, so I like Creighton over San Diego State. Iowa beating Richmond, interesting first-round game. And, guys, I got to tell you, not enough people are looking at South Dakota State and Baylor Shireman, who really reminds me of Thomas Walkup, who used to play for Stephen F. Austin, who beat West Virginia in 2016 when Brad Underwood was the head coach. South Dakota State has not lost a game, since early December. They've won 30 games. They shoot just under 45% from 3 as a team. I'm taking South Dakota State over Providence.
Oh, no.
I've got Iowa State over LSU and Wisconsin advancing, USC over Auburn. I've got then Wisconsin over Auburn in the Elite Eight.
Whoa.
And I've got Iowa beating South Dakota State and Kansas. And then I have an all Big Ten regional final.
Whoa.
And I've got Keegan Murray at Iowa going to the Final Four. Keegan Murray in the Big Ten tournament averaged 28-8. Why aren't more people talking about Keegan Murray as the best player in college basketball, at least from the perimeter spot? You know what? When you look at him and you split the atom and you look at him number by number versus a guy like Jabari Smith, I'm not saying he's a better long-term prospect because that's not really my business, but right now, if you took Keegan Murray and put him on a blue blood, Michigan State, Duke, even Indiana or Ohio State, the perception would be different.
Ohio State's not a blue blood.
I mean, they're still a brand.
But they're not a blue blood.
Fine. Kansas.
Okay.
Kansas, Kentucky.
Yes.
But with a more well-known brand, Michigan, the perception would be different. Keegan Murray was 11 of 18 from 3 in the Big Ten tournament. So I'm rolling the dice there. So I've got Iowa, Arizona, Gonzaga, Kentucky. I've got Arizona over Iowa and Gonzaga over Kentucky, setting up teacher against student,
shit.
Tommy Lloyd against Mark Few. And for the first time since 1997, Tommy Lloyd in year 1 wins a national championship. Ben Mathurin explodes in the NCAA tournament like a volcano, has the ability to captivate a country and captivate a nation, much like Dwayne Wade did 19 years ago at Marquette when he got 29, 11, and 11 against Kentucky in a regional final.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So you've got Gonzaga, that would be losing 2 national championships in a row.
2 in a row and 3 since 2017.
So Lloyd, he's got deep ties to the Northwest, right? You think eventually he could get poached from Arizona if for whatever reason they're ready to
Arizona's
move
a
on?
destination job.
For him?
Yes.
Because I could see for him wanting to go back home. He helped build that program.
No, I know, but he's doing it his own way. He's been very classy too, because he inherited a really good team and he's paid homage to Sean Miller who put the team together. So it's a good look. for him.
Sean Miller did all the dirty work.
Yeah.
So going back to the Midwest, the regional vulnerability, you've got Wisconsin, Auburn, second round. Did you say that you have Wisconsin?
Third round,
yeah.
You
Sweet
have,
16.
You have Wisconsin beating Auburn in that game?
Yes.
Why? Why do you not trust Auburn?
I think when you look at a team with like Wisconsin, who can manage the pace, very underrated piece in Chucky Hepburn, who's had a very, very good freshman year.
I just need Chucky the heat checks that Chucky goes on sometimes. They're good, but they're also...
No doubt, but Wisconsin, an extremely physical team, a team that, again, is not going to foul, doesn't really turn it over that much. And again, Auburn it's the polar opposite, guys, of the Auburn team that we saw go to the Final Four in 2019. That team with Jared Harper and Bryce Brown was led and anchored by an electric backcourt. This Auburn team has a dynamite, an unbelievable 4-5 with Jabari Smith and Walker Kessler. But the guard play right now, and we saw this against Texas A&M in the SEC tournament, Zep Jasper, Wendell Green, and KD Johnson were combined 7 of 34 in the field from that game.
Yeah.
Leave a lot to be desired.
All right. Here's what I'm going to say. So you got Gonzaga versus Arizona in your championship game. I think if Gonzaga or Arizona, either or of those two teams, aren't in New Orleans when we're in New Orleans, you got to drink a cup of coffee. Okay. And what do we have to do if they're both there?
I'll drink a glass of wine.
Yeah.
I've never had one in my life.
No, they're just,
I'll go on a date with your wife.
What? Easy, bro. Easy, bro.
All right, what do we have to do?
I'll drink a hand grenade.
No, I don't want you to do that. I like you too much.
I'll drink 2 hand grenades.
Come meet me up at the Supply House. We'll have some sweet potato fries.
Okay.
I love the sweet potato fries at the Supply House.
So we'll have to eat sweet potato fries if we lose.
I like that.
Damn. You got us again, Jon Rothstein.
So John, you know a lot of these coaches. You interact with a lot of them.
Yeah.
Who's the one guy this year that's going to be the coach that makes a name for himself and everybody starts talking about him the next time a big job
Great
comes
question.
up?
Really good question, PFT.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think... And he's not getting that much attention, I think, right now, just because they're, not in obviously a well-known league. But I think, when you look at the resume of Eric Henderson at South Dakota State and the amount that he's won, like a lot of people, and this is, I know, again, in the weeds and very inside, inside basketball, but last year, South Dakota State was expected to win the Summit League. Oral Roberts went from the Summit League. Max A. Smith obviously blew up in the NCAA tournament, but in the regular season, that was the best team. Now you've got a team, again, that's won 30 games going in the tournament, guys. 30, haven't lost since December. I think Eric Henderson, if he can win this game against Providence, has got a real chance to move the needle. I also think the world of Lamont Paris, who is an assistant at Wisconsin for the Final Four runs in 14 and 15. He's the head coach of Chattanooga. He's got a very good nucleus, Malachi Smith, and also Silvio De Souza, the Kansas transfer, inside. So they're going to match up with Illinois. It's a tough first-round matchup, but I look at him as being a guy as a 13 seed that can make a real name for himself. Chattanooga has a tough draw there, but yeah, those are two guys I think that would have a chance. I'm looking elsewhere now around the bracket. I mean, Jeff Linder's done a great job at Wyoming. That's a standalone game and a standalone opportunity. We have an interesting battle of up-and-coming coaches in the 7-10 game between Todd Golden of San Francisco and Matt McMahon of Murray State. James Jones, the head coach at Yale, who won the Ivy League this year, I don't think he's gotten the credit for what he's done at Yale. This is his third NCAA tournament. This is not, though, one of the best teams that he's had.
Yeah, he had a really good team a couple of years ago.
Really good team a couple of years ago. Like, if this team had Paul Atkinson, who's at Notre Dame now, or Jordan Bruner, who was at Alabama. Those kids came from Yale. If they had a guy like that up front to go with Azar Swain and Jalen Gabidon in the backcourt, I would feel differently. But I think that the lack of size for Yale against Purdue is going to be really, really tough to overcome.
How stressful is it now, like every year when you have to learn all new names?
No, you just get used to it, man.
Yeah, what do you do, though? Do you sit down and you just go over the roster?
I think that the rosters change right now because of immediate eligibility with the transfer portal, that I just think, you're constantly looking at teams in the offseason, what their lineup might be. And then, once the season starts, I do stuff in the offseason where there's previews and you have like grids where you look, well, this is what their lineup might be. And, you just start working it every day. It's a labor of love.
What's the most recent name that you've learned?
The most recent name that I've learned? That's a fascinating question. I mean, I'm always just absorbing. So, I don't really.
What team did you not have the most intel on that ended up in the bracket?
I would say Wright State. I looked at a lot because I didn't expect them to be in the title game of the Horizon League, and I really started to learn more about Grant Basile and the guys on that team. And they're actually playing in Dayton against Bryant, which is interesting to me, like I said, because you've got the nation's leading scorer in Peter Kiss going against Wright State, who's obviously from nearby Dayton. So that is a different type of first four game, in my opinion, when we're looking at the 16 seeds. But guys, I'll say it again. It's something that I think, should be talked about more and more leading up to the NCAA tournament. It would be better if we see the final 8 at large teams in this NCAA tournament kicking things off. And if somebody's good enough to win an automatic qualifier, put them in the round of 64.
Agreed. Yeah. Agreed.
Yes. Because like, again, what's the difference if we're looking at it right now and we're splitting the atom a little bit? Like, what is the difference if we're going to see Delaware as a 14 versus a 15? Yeah. And they get bumped down a line.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, don't give these kids an asterisk next to their postseason appearance.
Get
them to the dance.
No question. Let them play. There's something about being a 16 seed and playing a 1 seed that's fun.
And the dynamic of that has changed dramatically since UMBC.
Yeah. Well, not really, because that was the only team that's ever won.
No, but you can't say like, well, this has never happened before.
No, you're right. You're right.
I think there's some validity to that.
It used to be like the teams that kept it close in the second half was like, oh my God.
Well, yeah.
What was it? Holy Cross in Kansas?
Yeah.
What year was that?
Well, there was also a Purdue-Weber State game, I want to say, in 96, and then Weber State lost to Purdue, and then Purdue lost to Georgia when Tubby Smith was the coach, who then lost to Syracuse 83-81 when John Wallace made a 3 in the final seconds. Syracuse went on to the Final Four and lost to Kentucky.
So you said that A&M was the biggest snub, or the biggest, like, what's going on here moment for you. What about Tennessee? I've been very angry about Tennessee getting
with the seed. Yeah, I thought Tennessee, probably should have been a 2, and I could have seen Duke on the 3 line. I got to tell you, obviously A&M played well enough, and I thought it had made a case to get to the tournament, but just a brutal turn of events for Xavier. If they win that triple overtime game at Providence a couple weeks ago, they're in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, they really kind of flubbed at the end. It sucks because Buzz Williams, who we're friends with, he red-pilled his entire team. I don't know did you see that, PFT?
No.
He said after they beat Auburn, he's like, what do you attribute this to? And he's like, I have, the Matrix, I've given my entire team the red pill. Not realizing what it means online.
Yeah, waking
But he's
him
like,
up.
I give them truth every day. And he has a shirt that says, like every day we take the red pill.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
He should be in. Stop the steal. Count all the votes.
Get him in.
I hear you, bro.
All right, so who is the best coach in your mind in a Power 6 conference that doesn't get talked about enough?
Best coach in a Power 6, so we're saying like the Big East. I got to tell you, I've been incredibly, impressed with what Greg McDermott has done at Creighton. I knew he was obviously, a great coach, done a long time, but guys, Ryan Nembhard was a special freshman for them. I went out and saw them practice, and I watched Nembhard at the FIBA U19 World Cup in Latvia this past summer. And he was freshman of the year in the Big East. He was somebody you could see like eventually being an All-American and the player of the year. He breaks his wrist against St. John's a couple of weeks ago, and Creighton still advances all the way to the Big East tournament, title game. I've been blown away. And again, here's the thing too, and Creighton is not, with all due respect, a blue blood program. They went to the Sweet 16 last year and lost 5 starters.
Right.
So they've got AOC.
Yeah. I was a little nervous when they showed Greg McDermott giving a speech in the locker room. Like, we shouldn't have a live mic on Greg McDermott in the locker room.
Gotcha.
He didn't drop a P word this time, did he?
No, he did not.
I like when John just goes,
takes a
okay.
sip when he just dance around anything.
This is not a conversation I have on CBS.
Yeah. Not going to go there.
All right, so who's your favorite player to watch in this tournament? And why is it Jelly Washington?
Yeah, seriously.
I'm Benedict Mathurin.
Okay.
Benedict Mathurin.
You're high on Arizona, you're high on South Dakota State, you're high on Gonzaga.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, I wouldn't say that's it. I look at it, I think obviously I've talked a lot about Mathurin here. Favorite player to watch. Yeah, I love all 68 teams.
You love every player.
Yeah.
I was thinking none
you
of them
love every name.
What's
Jaime Jaquez.
Okay.
Jaime Jaquez, and he's been playing great.
He's fun to say.
Yeah, I was about to say, what's your favorite name to say?
Zach Edey.
The
Yao Ming of college basketball.
Zach Edey, I feel
disagree.
bad for him. My take is I feel bad for him.
Why?
Because he doesn't look like he's having any fun out there. He's so big, and it's like he just gets banged on.
David Roddy.
Yeah, David Roddy's fun.
Big body David Roddy.
Yeah.
Got a lot of respect for Colin Gillespie. Keegan Murray.
Yeah.
Keegan Murray has Keegan Murray has just been.
Are those the best brothers in the tournament?
Iowa basketball, the family business.
Well, I'm just saying they got 2 sets. Wisconsin has a set.
Yeah, Iowa's definitely better than Wisconsin. I think too.
Who else has brothers?
We got any twins this year?
Well, Keegan Murray and Chris Murray.
Yeah.
Chris Murray is not people when they first heard that Keegan Murray's brother was playing Iowa. It's like, oh well, he just must be kind of throwing. No, he is a real dude, and that guy completely changes them when he goes to a small ball 5 because he can stretch the defense from the 5 spot. It's amazing to me. And again, this would go to your really, I think, question here in terms of a guy who, doesn't get enough credit. How about Fran McCaffrey losing Luka Garza and Joe Wieskamp?
Yeah.
And now winning the Big Ten tournament at
Jordan
Iowa.
Bohannon for the 9th year.
Yeah. Well, he's 28.
Yeah. It's like Brad Davison when they were chanting one more year after.
And Kat, and I think you look at it too, that COVID year is going to change college basketball over the next couple of seasons because, we're seeing, that name, image, and likeness, which was long overdue. There's more of an incentive right now for kids to stay in school if they're not going to be first-round picks. So I think, one of the stories, guys, too, for this tournament and for this season is, you look at college basketball, and there's never been more great players. Remember the year in 2006? Well, it's J.J. Redick and Adam Morrison. Remember, a couple of years ago, well, it's Obi Toppin or it's Luka Garza. Now, you've got 10, 12, 13, 14 really, really good players.
So would you say that right now we're living in the golden age of college basketball?
I wouldn't say that. I'd say there's a number of really, really good players.
Yeah, but you would say that NIL is good for the sport.
Yeah, no question.
All right, so my last question is actually I'm going to pass the torch here. Oh, no, we don't do that because it's a takeover of Visible. Thank you, Jake. The future. He's doing a my bad.
Marsh.
Jake Marsh. I'm going to let Jake Marsh end this interview with a question. Let you guys just kind of duel, looking in the mirror. Are you intimidated by Jake Marsh?
No, I'm happy you introduced us, though. He's a great American.
Yeah, I think you are a little bit. He is the future.
John, which double-digit seed do you think has the best chance to get to the Sweet 16?
Ooh. Rutgers.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, that's a lame answer.
What is it, all but 1 year a team has gone, or at least to the round of 32?
At least to the round of 32.
Yeah. All right.
That's your question? You got others? Any others?
The future. He's got to work on the present.
Oh,
jeez. Yikes.
Oh, no.
He's just all over the place, crushing me tonight.
Nah, come on.
No, that's what John does. He wouldn't do that if he didn't feel a little bit threatened by you, Jake.
Yeah.
He's got to put his
good.
foot
That was
on
a
your throat.
compliment.
That's fair. Any top 4 seeds lose in the first round?
The round of 64?
Yeah.
Ooh, good question.
You said one already. You said South Dakota State. Any others?
Oh, you don't mean like the 4 number ones?
Yeah.
Top 4 seeds losing the first round. I'm not picking that. I mean, I know you want me to say Vermont, don't you? Yeah, no, I would say your best chance for one of those upsets is South Dakota State.
Okay.
I've got a dumb question. So a lot of these schools that we talked about, especially in the Mountain West, they play at altitude, right?
Yeah.
You always hear about altitude when it comes to football.
Yeah.
Players getting tired.
Yeah.
They can't handle it. They can't get their second wind. Does that also happen indoors when you're
The
playing basketball?
Colorado-Utah trip in the Pac-12 back-to-back, people always say, yeah, the altitude's crazy on that trip. That's the time you most hear it.
Yeah.
Those games back-to-back in the Pac-12.
Okay. I'm just dumb, and I think, the game's being played inside. It's probably not altitude.
Fair enough. We're all human.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He just called you
I know. He's just alphing everybody.
I'm not alphing. I'm just saying
No,
we're
you
human.
alphaed Jake. You alphaed me. You said Big Cat can't date your wife.
Yeah, it's
All right.
bullshit.
He's just very angry.
Well, I mean, I'm not asking to date your wife.
Okay, well, that's fine. If you said it, I would have been like, okay, fine, go ahead.
Yeah.
I think it speaks volumes about a relationship.
Yeah.
No, we got a pineapple on the
Should we
floor over
swap?
here.
You want to
What?
swap?
Well, why don't we do a double date first?
Oh, man. All right, Jon Rothstein, you are the best. We love you.
Love you too.
Best time of year,
Yeah.
without a doubt, this or Feast Week.
Oh, this.
Not even close.
I love
This.
Feast
And guys,
Week.
let's just be happy that, we have, a real NCAA tournament. Like, last year was great that we had one, but there's just so many good vibes right here. We're going, we're doing this right down the street from Madison Square Garden. By the way, remember a couple years ago when the Big Ten tournament was at the Garden?
Terrible.
It was like the San Gennaro feast being held in Milwaukee. It made
Yes,
no sense.
that's exactly what I
It
said.
made no sense. No, I mean, it's just great that we have the pageantry back, everything that should be associated with the NCAA tournament. Let's not take this for granted. It's the best 3 weeks in sports. There is no debate. Dreams will be shattered. Dreams will obviously be made. The unexpected will become the ordinary. This is March.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, John. We love you.
Thanks, John.
Love you too.
Okay, we're going to wrap up the show. We have Billy Football's Final Four of quarterbacks in the 2022 draft. I know everyone's been eagerly waiting for the finale of this bracket. Before we do that, Billy, what was Kirk Cousins' contract? We alluded to it.
He got, I want to say, $30 million. Actually, let's look it up so we can get the numbers right. The bottom line is that Kirk Cousins will make, by the time this contract's over, almost $300 million. He'll end up making over $300 million in his entire career. You are expecting me to say something about negative right now about Kirk Cousins. I will not do it. Kirk Cousins played the game the exact way
Perfectly.
that it should be played, because the guy, I think he's exactly 500 for his career. He's not really won any notable games that you can think of.
No, the only notable game you can think of Kirk Cousins winning was actually Case Keenum winning, the Minnesota Miracle.
There's that. Well, no, he also won the You Like That game.
Yes, but that's like the best part is like you think like, oh yeah, Kirk Cousins, of course. The game against the Saints, like nope, that was Case Keenum.
Yep. So he is the bag god. I take my hat off in respect of Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins will be a great hypothetical where you can be like, whose career would you rather have, and pick any quarterback that had like more success. But you forget that Kirk Cousins essentially he basically like hit every good spot on Monopoly board. Every time that something could have been good for him financially, he knocked it out of the park.
So I believe that Kirk Cousins. Whose career would you rather have, Big Cat? Kirk Cousins or Aaron Rodgers?
I mean, but you can't do Super Bowls. I would
But he's
probably
only got the one.
I'd rather have Rodgers' career, although he doesn't have any friends or family, so maybe Kirk Cousins, right? Because at the end of the day, what's money? That's true, right? Like, you can't spend all your money. Who's he going to give it to?
Well, that's the thing about Kirk Cousins is, what is he going to spend $300 million on?
Yeah, his
in
kids
life?
can have it. I don't know. Grills. Yeah, you're right.
I still
Kirk
think
Cousins definitely can't spend the money.
He's
there.
burying it in peanut butter jars in his backyard.
Yeah, and he's got like a sick fleet of minivans. All right, Billy, let's do it.
So where we left off was the Final Four. We have Kenny Pickett, Malik Willis, Jack Cohn, and Matt Corral in our last Final Four. So the first matchup is Kenny Pickett versus Malik Willis. Kenny Pickett advances the finals over Malik Willis. It's Kenny Pickett, I mean, it was just his fake slide. Like, when you got a guy who knows the rules so well and just improvise like that, he's got to advance.
It's kind of like you.
Yeah.
You just improvise.
Just got to improvise.
Yes.
Billy,
just think on your feet.
Your brain does a fake slide pretty frequently.
All the time.
Yeah.
It's the truth. I'm happy you have Kenny Pickett in the finals because there was a little pressure. He is a friend of the program. That wasn't changed at all since you met him?
No.
Okay.
Well, there was something.
Fake slide.
But that's going to be for the finals. We'll talk about why.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. Then we got Jack Cohen, Matt Corral. I'm going to pick Matt Corral. I think his durability might be an issue at the next level. He's hurt now. But I think one thing that pushed Jack Cohen ahead of Matt Corral was that Jack Cohen popped his finger out, then he popped it back in, then he threw a touchdown pass to win the game.
Yep.
So that's why he's in the finals. So
wait, I thought that you put Corral in the finals.
No, Jack Cohen's in the finals.
I got very confused by the way that you set that up. Okay, so Cohen beats Corral.
Corral.
But what about the fact that Corral, everybody was saying, hey, don't play in this game, and he wanted to be out there with his guys so badly that he went ahead and played in the bowl game. That should be a plus sign for him, right?
I mean, it is, but the visual of just seeing Jack Cohen pop his finger back in, then throw a game-winning touchdown is just legendary.
Yeah,
so
that is legendary.
That's one of those things you can't beat.
So you have Jack Cohen versus Kenny Pickett in your final. Would you say that you are officially a Bill Polian disciple? You just like average white guys?
No.
Okay.
No. I think Malik Willis is going to have a really good NFL career.
As a wide receiver or quarterback?
Quarterback.
Okay, good. That was a good test.
No, seriously, I think he's what they advertise him as. He's Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson hybrid. He's got the arm of
that's a sick hybrid.
That would honestly make him the best.
Hybrid.
It would make him the best quarterback of all time.
That is the sickest hybrid of all time. It'd be like, could you ever imagine if you made like a tiger mixed with a shark?
They're like,
how awesome that would be.
You should go see this band tonight. They're like the Beatles and Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
The thing is with Malik Willis is that we just started to hear the buzz now at the combine, and I mean, a lot of guys were hearing about Malik Willis during the season, but he's only really come to the forefront now.
Yeah, he didn't have a great year at Liberty. He had a good year the year before.
Yeah.
Which actually you could say is kind of similar to Josh Allen. He had a better year the year before his junior year at Wyoming.
So I told Cons that I think that I wanted Malik Willis as a commander. Cons brought up the fact that he got into a fist fight against Army, so he punched the troops. In that game, so that took him off Cons' big board.
Sounds like he's a rider.
He is a rider for sure.
Also, a lot of his improv stuff that he does during the game, he could actually it's either going to translate and he's going to be like a Patrick Mahomes, or it's not. So and that's one of those things where it's
Hall of Famer or bust.
Exactly.
Yep, I like that.
Yeah,
hey,
one of those.
What if he ends up being like Kirk Cousins though? Then you'd be wrong.
Well, remember that one time? Who was I talking about? And I was saying he's either going to be Tom Brady or he's going to be the Memphis quarterback.
Paxton Lynch.
Paxton Lynch.
Who did you say that about?
That was my Trevor Lawrence take.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Be Tom Brady or Paxton Lynch. I mean, it's one.
No in between.
No in between.
So there's a lot of in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're in the finals. We got Kenny Pickett, Jack Cohen.
Where's it being played?
I think it's Orlando.
Okay. Orlando.
So we went from the first round was being played in your mind, and then the finals is in Orlando.
Exactly.
Okay.
Outdoors.
Epcot.
What's the weather like?
It's 68, breezy.
Oh, is it that field that they do the Pee Wee National Championship at?
Yep.
Okay, I like that.
Pop Warner.
Okay, but no rain.
No rain. 68, breezy.
68. What about humidity?
Humidity's going to be hovering around 40%.
Okay, that's not too bad.
So it's
kind of a perfect day.
Exactly. It's been one of those. So the final, should we save for today or tomorrow?
Yeah, no, I think we're ready.
It doesn't need to be a trilogy.
Billy, I can't go another 2 days in the suspense.
Okay,
this weekend was torture for me because I was just thinking about this.
So unfortunately, Jack Cohen's Cinderella run is going to come to an end.
What?
Yeah. So.
And again, this has nothing to do with the fact that you met Kenny Pickett.
No,
and that we.
Well,
like
you know
Kenny
what?
Pickett.
I was gonna dub him. But I asked Kenny Pickett.
Come back to the real world. Not playing Fortnite. What were you gonna do?
Well, I was gonna. I honestly I had a serious doubt because of Kenny Pickett's glove usage, and I was like I had to figure out because playing like my limited quarterback experience. And like wearing a gloves wear out quickly. Like you can't have like, it's about consistency. If you have a sticky glove that becomes less sticky throughout a game or throughout a week, you're gonna have difference in variability when you throw the ball.
Well, do you think it might be like basketball shoes though? Like in the NBA, like most guys I think wear new shoes every game. Right. Like he had new gloves every game?
Yeah, so that's what I asked him about. I said, "Hey, Kenny, so like what's your philosophy on the gloves? Are you like breaking in gloves? Like where's your sweet spot on glove usage?" And he says that he uses a new pair of gloves every game, every workout. And then that's what sold me. That's what sold me.
Wow.
That's why I talked to him, because that's consistency, because that's the one thing when people are worried about gloves, it's like, there's a lot of variability. Like when it's just your hand, it's pretty consistent.
Your hand is your hand.
Exactly. So, he uses a new pair of gloves every game. So that's consistent. He likes to throw with the sticky glove.
So many gloves.
It's a lot of gloves that you're going through.
Yeah, it's like
OJ used gloves too.
The $50
but he was innocent.
A pair.
But he was innocent. He welcomed the legal process to play out.
Or Shefty. Wait, so I think Kenny Pickett has if Kenny Pickett goes on to be a Hall of Fame quarterback, think about how much money he can make by selling these gloves.
True.
Like if he plays 200 games in the NFL.
Yep. That's a lot of merchandise.
That's a lot of gloves.
The Giants and Eli Manning would kill for that type of turnover.
Yeah, they might. Maybe they should draft him.
He's a natural fit
for the Giants.
They wouldn't have to lie about all the game used merchandise. Also, he would have a lot of those playing cards that got put out there of featuring a real slice of Kenny Pickett's glove.
Wait, so Kenny Pickett wins your draft,
exactly.
Which just to remind everyone, Sam Ehlinger won last year. But he loses this fuckable spiral draft.
The thing is, I still can't get over
the glove. Yeah,
I mean,
makes sense.
I'm old fashioned like that.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, anything else we have? Anything else? Any other parting shots? We have Mark Titus on Wednesday and Mike Florio. Get excited. Should be great. It's the best time. It's the best week of the year. I'm dubbing it.
It really is.
I'm dubbing it.
When you say
quote Billy Football, I'm dubbing.
When you say dubbing it, or do you mean putting a dub on it?
I'm putting a dub on.
Or are you saying dub it as in medieval?
No.
I dub you and give you a new name.
I'm dubbing it
because you could say I hereby dub Kenny Pickett.
Correct.
The winner of this year's quarterback bracket.
No, we're giving him a dub.
Honestly, a dub is one of those things that can go either way. Now that I think about it, it's totally contextual.
Yeah.
That's a dub.
All right, congratulations, Kenny Pickett.
And this week.
I hope the Commanders, dubbing this week. Congratulations this week.
Yes.
Hope the Commanders draft you, Kenny.
What do you got, Hank?
68.
68 for the number of teams. Wow, did you steal that from Jake? Was Jake?
I was just about to say 68.
No!
You say 18 every time.
No, they maybe changed it. They said I have to win it with a different team.
Oh, well.
68.
Yeah, are you a system player, Jake?
Are you not
right? That's the point. I'm trying to.
I'll
prove
do
I'm
64.
Not.
Old school.
Yeah. Nope. 65. Because remember they had that one Tuesday.
Come on.
Playing game.
No, but old school is 64.
Yeah.
Do you want 65?
No, I'll go to 25. That's what I've been riding with.
Whoa. What does that have to do with the tournament?
Nothing.
Wow. Guess it's not that big of a week for Jake.
Yikes.
Yeah, not at all.
I'm going to go with 32 in honor of the NIT.
There we go.
6.
Or 16 for CBI.
What about you, Billy?
69.
Oh, okay.
Got to ride.
Yeah, the first team out is Team 69. That was Dayton.
Yeah, that's true.
That's ironic.
49. Damn.
That doesn't have anything to do with basketball.
Nothing. 49ers.
It's just a football number, which is synonymous
maybe Tom
with,
Brady to the 49ers.
That makes sense.
Tom Brady cucking
You know what's
Selection
crazy?
Sunday.
Yeah.
So, I dreamed about Leroy last night, and he's hardly ever in my dreams. And at the end of when I interacted with him, he was like, "Okay, I got to go. I got some important stuff." And I was like, "I don't know what's important." I just realized he had to go break the scoop on Tom Brady and Dog Heaven.
He knew it was happening before anyone else.
Shout out Leroy. Love you guys.
Crows hate renewable energy.
Is that true?
They drop rocks on it.
Yeah. On what? The
solar panels.
Solar panels.
Probably getting back at the windmills for murdering all their cousins.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Love you guys.
Talking away. I don't know what I'm to say. I'll say it anyway. Today's
another day to find you shying away. Oh, I'll be coming for your love, okay? Shying away. Oh, I'll be coming for your love, okay? Take on me. Take me on. I'll be gone in a day or two. Needless to say, I'm on sentence, but I'm eased a little way. Further learning that life is okay. Say up to me, it's no better to be safe than sorry.